Yo, 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 what is going on, everybody? Welcome to Tuning Tuesday, episode 3. Hello there, Alan. Hello there, Ariel. Hello there, Skills. Welcome, everybody. How's everybody doing today? Hope everyone had a great day. I had a long day, but it was a very productive work day, so happy to be here with you guys on another Tuning Tuesday. I think you guys have picked another really fun-looking car. I mean, I'm excited to build this thing. Have never driven it aside from making the thumbnail for this video. Never tuned it, never did anything crazy like that. I did customize it though before this stream, so you guys are gonna see me re-customize it. I'm gonna put it back to how it was in the thumbnail that you guys got to see. But hello there, Heijo. Hello there, Arvin. Welcome, guys. Hello there, Jack. Hello there, Ricky. In case you guys are new to Tuning Tuesday, in case you don't know how this works, basically I let you guys vote out of 5 different cars, which I surprisingly... I really didn't think this car would win over a few Lamborghinis, the Corvette ZR1, but this was your guys' choice. 53% always seems to be the lopsided poll. Somebody just says, hey, guess what? Nobody's allowed to vote for anything else except for this one car, so this thing won dominantly. This is the R33 Skyline, the 1997. It's got the twin-turbo RB26 motor in it, which I showcased in the beginning there. Hello there, Unspeakable. Hello there, Valico. Hello there, Fizzle. Welcome to the stream. What's up, Elijah? But we're basically going to take this car. We're going to customize it, which it has a lot of beautiful customization. We can kind of make it look exactly how we want to. We're going to paint it, and then we're going to build it and tune it from scratch. I'm going to show you guys how I do my tuning. I'm going to show you guys kind of my building process, and we're going to test out the car, which I kind of tweak around my tuning by 1v1ing you guys. So if you want to get in here for a 1v1 at any point throughout this stream, I go in order from my oldest messages to my newest messages. So gamer tag is SteveVio2175. Be sure to send me a message if you'd like to hop into a session and 1v1 me at some point along the way here tonight. But the first thing we're going to do, the first thing I always do when I build any of my cars, is just take it out stock. You got to see what the thing performs like stock, figure out if it needs more acceleration, needs better braking, needs more handling, whatever. And that's what I'm saying, Reaper. I mean, I'm sure you've already extensively kind of tuned around, so I'm going to try B-Class first, I think, but then A-Class is like a secondary thing, or we could make 2 different tunes. I mean, there's a lot of different options here. Really depends how long it's going to take to get the car to where I want it to be, I guess, because it is a Tuesday night. Not everybody's going to want to be up here super late like we were on Sunday. We had a longer stream on Sunday, I'd say, and some of the previous ones, but like I said, first things first. Let's go take it for a spin. But it's a beautiful car. I mean, first thing I want to say, definitely a beautiful car. And we could do Forzathon Live if you guys want to. Do you guys want to do Forzathon Live? Are there enough people here that need to do Forzathon Live? Because I am fine with that. Nothing wrong with doing a good old Forzathon Live. And since I'm doing pretty good, how are you?
Okay, Steve. Setting.
And if you type in !club, you can pop up my car club in Forza Horizon 4. But alright, a few of you want to do Forzathon Live, so just send me a message saying Forzathon Live, why not? I think we have enough time to drive on over there, honestly. Maybe this will be my test.
Your route to Forzathon Live now.
So send me messages, I'll invite everybody here very shortly. I do love the sound of this engine too. You guys should know by now too. Stock motor, stock drivetrain. I don't do swaps when I'm building cars. Especially with a car like this. I mean, do people actually swap the RB26 out of this thing? I mean, I'm sure people do, but like, come on, man. This is like one of those iconic motors. It's like the 2JZ out of the Supra. We're gonna take a shortcut. Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's usually the problem. Like it kind of bothers me because sometimes like every gear feels pretty good stock, but then there's that one gear where the RPM just drops way too low and the acceleration feels really crappy, and it just kind of ruins the feel of the car. So generally I put race transmissions on. Yes, it might sacrifice some PI, but the car feels better. You know what I'm saying? Like the car feels way better if you put that race transmission on. And I'm more of a feel person. I don't necessarily care if my car is like literally the fastest in the game, but if it feels good to drive and it's fun to drive, like that's kind of my goal. This is going to be a little bit of an adjustment for me too, though, because I'm not really used to driving like B-class, A-class cars, so I don't really know if this thing feels slow or fast right now. Like, it kind of feels slow to me, but I mean, we're definitely going to be building a lot of different things with this car. There's a lot of different options too. I kind of looked ahead of time just to see all the different options for upgrading, and there's a lot of different routes you can go, but we're going to pretty much go through everything and figure out what our best options are going to be. But yeah, every build is about balance. You have to have balance. You can't just have all power and no grip or no handling. No way you're going to do good like that. Alright, we got 3 minutes. I'm 2 miles away, so I do want to start inviting some people in here. Make sure we get everybody in before the start of the Forzathon Live. So only send me a message if you guys like really need Forzathon points. So I would like the first people to get in to be people that need those Forzathon points. So let's see here. Forzathon Live. Don't forget, guys, gamertag Stevio2175. I'm sure some people are still trying to get the Devo. Like, who's still trying to get the Devo? Who does not have the Devo yet that's still trying to save up Forzathon points? Yeah, no, I hear you, Donnie. Honestly, I mean, the RB26 twin turbo, it's a great car. It's an absolutely great car. So the power is not too bad. Like, the stock power is pretty close to 300 horsepower in torque, which is not bad at all for B class. And I was looking at the numbers too, like 0 to 60, 0 to 100. They don't look bad. The main thing, when I was just cruising around taking my thumbnail shot, I felt like the car had a lot of understeer. Doesn't feel too bad just cruising around here right now, but it's hard to say before we actually do like a legit race. I've never had this thing in a legit racing situation. You know what's funny, Reaper, about you saying that? I was literally thinking to myself, because I actually sniped a Lamborghini Diablo GTR last night, and I was thinking to myself, they brought back the Devo. I wonder if next Thursday could be this Lamborghini Diablo GTR. Maybe from now on, whatever I start sniping at the auction house is going to be what ends up in the Forzathon shop, just to make me waste my time, you know what I mean? If anybody else needs to get in here, though, keep sending me messages. Oh, I love it. Look at this. The Stevio Club is coming in strong tonight. That is what I like to see. We got 1 minute till Forzathon Live, then a couple minutes after that to officially make your way in. So anybody else that wants to get in here last second, hurry up and send that message. Uh-oh, it's 7 o'clock. It's 7 o'clock. I'm just going to finish driving there, and once I get there, then I'll start inviting the rest of you guys. And Maxton, I briefly caught your message. I'm definitely going to be doing some stuff covering the, you know, the new Thursday stuff, the new winter stuff. Oh, God, it's going to be winter. I forgot about that. Winters are coming. That kind of sucks because the next 2 tuning streams are going to be in winter. It's never fun to test out my alignment in the winter conditions. But we'll make it work. We'll make it work like we always do. Alright, let's get the rest of you guys in here. Make sure you join and get to this location quick. I just don't like winter because it's hard to like tune and free roam. It's not that I don't like winter itself, it's just for tuning purposes is what I was referring to. Alrighty, that is going to be it for messages. I want to get out here and help my team out. So this will be a good test. I don't even think we need to test this thing stock. Running through the speed zone should be good. I mean, winter's my least favorite season, but I don't like hate it. Like, I don't despise it. I think it can be fun and it's a unique experience, you know what I mean? Alright, so braking, maybe a little bit weak. Well, that's what I'm saying, Reaper. That's exactly what I'm talking about. But if you remember, all I do is just start up the race that's right there, go into summertime, and just... It's annoying because we have to keep restarting the race, but it's the way to do it. Handling's not atrocious, and remember the other thing is too, when I build this thing, we're starting with looks. You guys are going to see what I did with this thing. It looks amazing with my customization that I did the other day. It looks absolutely amazing. I can't wait to show you guys.
Get to round 2.
But yeah, I think the race transmission is gonna have to happen, period, no matter what. The one thing I noticed too, just because I was, again, making my thumbnail, the race suspension adds like 6 PI, I think, like that. It's a lot of PI. Usually race suspensions don't do that. So it kind of sucks, but it's necessary. I mean, you'll see, man, once I finish customizing this thing, how good it looks. You guys might copy and paste my customization. That's how good it was looking. What's up there, Alex? Welcome to the stream. I gotta say, I'm impressed. The Stevio Club is just really showing up out here tonight. Pretty much everybody. Only 2 people. Skills and Sensei. What are you guys doing with your lives? What's up there, Paul? Welcome to the stream. I haven't really tested top end. How many gears are there, too? There's 5 gears. I kind of like that. I wonder if there's only 5 with the race transmission. I'm sure somebody will be able to tell me that already, but... And honestly, Reaper, I could totally see that being legit because, again, this thing makes almost 300 horsepower, and we're talking about the B-Class. It's all-wheel drive. With the race weight reduction, this thing's pretty damn light. I think what you just said is kind of like what I did when I made my thumbnail the other day. Like, I just put it to B-Class 700, just randomly. I think I did race weight reduction, and I was like right there. I was like, this thing's pretty cool. I like it. I might build it for A-Class, or I might do both. We'll see. Honestly, we'll see. Nothing wrong with having 2 of these. If it's really good for both classes, you know what I'm saying? And I'll be honest with you, Bill, personally, I don't really race in winter all too much. Like, every time we do online sessions, we're always in summertime, so there's no point of me building for winter. But it is something that definitely would be fun to do at some point. Like, actually try and make a legit winter build, you know what I mean? It'd be something different for me. You know, Irvin, you're not the first person to say that to me, and I love Horizon 3. The only problem is Thursdays when the new season drops in Forza Horizon 4, and there's usually a lot of stuff that I'm doing in Horizon 4 on Thursdays, so Throwback Thursdays probably aren't going to happen, but they could. I mean, or we could maybe figure out something else. I don't know. I'm trying to think of other things we could do. I mean, I love what we have going on Tuesdays and Sundays now. Like, I'm pretty content with these streams that we've been doing. The Tuning Tuesday, and we just started Setup Sunday this week. And if you guys missed that, you definitely got to check out Setup Sunday. The first Setup Sunday, man, the Porsche 911 Turbo S. What a surprise that car was. I had a blast with that thing. And that tune is officially shared now, by the way, in case anyone did not see my Discord message. I did not share it right during the stream. I wanted to run it on Rivals a little bit. And I'm sure Reaper noticed that I took out whatever S1 car he had that was faster than whatever S1 car that I used previously. With that Turbo S, I think I beat it by a solid second, so it was a lot of fun. Taco Tuesday. Nah, man. No tacos. I honestly don't eat tacos. Like, does everyone here love tacos? Because I'm really not a taco person. That's what I'm saying, Fry. Like, everybody was telling me beforehand that the car sucked, and I'm like, can we just, like, tune the car a little bit first? Like, can we give it a try? And honestly, I was impressed, man. I thought it was a really fun car. Now, I don't think it's the best S1 car that we've worked on recently in terms of actual overall performance, but what it can do is very good. And for a modern supercar, I thought it was pretty impressive. Well, you gotta understand that I eat pretty healthy, too, and I wouldn't say that tacos are, like, the healthiest thing in the world, so I just never really had a big taste for them. I don't know. Even before the whole health craze that I'm kind of in, that I've been in for a long time. Damn, Sensei. Maybe it has something to do with you not being a Stevio Club member. Maybe that's what it was. I will say one thing, it's hard to use this car for Forzathon Live. It's so boring for Forzathon Live when it's bone stock. Yeah, but if things go smoothly, I mean, like I said, we could easily end up making a B-class version and an A-class version of this car. And there was a paint that I had in this thing originally, and then I switched it to what you guys saw in the thumbnail, so I wouldn't mind having two of these, honestly. Oh, wait. There we go. I would not mind it at all. Yeah, you know, body armor, that needs to happen too. Alright, so since we're all in here and since this is like the stock race, I think I have one spot. And I know Fry wanted to join, so let me get Fry in here. He has like a pretty old message. So we'll add Fry in here, we'll make it a full lobby, and we'll just run a nice little team race. I'll test this thing out stock in race situations. I still would like to do that. I don't think we should take any shortcuts out here. So let's, you know what, we're like right here, so why not? We'll go do this race. This is a race we all know pretty well if you've been on these Tuning Tuesdays and the first setup Sunday. Thank you, though, everybody, for that fantastic Forzathon Live, because you guys know that I really need Forzathon points, right? Like, I am really low, bro. I am really low. Like, let's take a look. Where am I at? I just asked you guys yesterday, where are you at? So I was well over 10,000 for a while, but I've been buying all the cars recently. So I'm down under. I'm at 8,825. Still not bad. According to the poll results, way more than what most people have. I was very surprised most people have less than, what was it, 2,500? Like a vast majority. So that was pretty crazy. But we're going to have to re-blueprint everything for the Nissan Skyline, the R33. So what is this? I don't even know what kind of car this is classified as. Didn't even take a look at that. So this is a retro sports car. This is the first car that we're going to be tuning from the retro sports car class. And we are starting out in the B class. And you guys can use whatever you want. Like, you guys can use fully tuned B class cars. Totally up to you. We'll do teams on for fun, collisions off. A good old summertime, and we are ready to rock and roll. Yeah, see, I didn't do Forzathon Live. The only thing I did week to week was Forzathon Weekly, but even for a while I missed some daily challenges. But Forzathon Live, I had no desire to play because there was no point of it, you know what I'm saying? There was absolutely no point of it. I had so many Forzathon points. Every shot week to week was just stuff that I had already. So it's like, why am I going to waste my time doing Forzathon Lives? But now they've been putting good stuff in, and I think it literally is connected to how they made it one per customer, whereas you used to be able to just buy as many as you wanted. Like, 8 months ago, if the Devo was in the shop, I'd be buying hundreds of them. Like, non-stop. I would not stop buying them. Of course, it probably would have costed like 1,000 points as well. They try and balance everything, but only 10 out of the 12 are going to join. We're waiting here all this time for 2 people who aren't going to join. Come on, Forza. You should recognize, like, this guy has no interest. Let's just get it started. I think the next time I do a poll for Tuning Tuesday, I might just put 5 Lamborghinis, because I really want to make an S1 Lamborghini that I haven't done yet. But you guys are like so against Lamborghinis, it seems like. They don't get any love, man. It's really weird because every time I put all these cars up, it's always the car that I wasn't thinking would wins. Like the 911 Turbo S, definitely was not thinking you guys were going to pick that. The Skyline, the R33, I mean, I knew this was a popular car, but I felt like people would go for just one of the Lamborghinis, or even the ZR1 or something like that. Then the Acura NSX didn't get any love. I was really excited to build that, but nobody wanted it. And Bill, I already have the Centenario tuned. But for S2, not for S1. Reaper's got S1 covered, I got S2. And Fry, you're... Oh, well, I know you wanted to do a stock race, but it doesn't matter. Like I said, you guys can use whatever you want. And we're on the same team, Fry, so... Some Supras are coming out. Yeah, I've heard good things about the NSX. Yeah, the Countach was a very fun one too. Again, that one I didn't expect either though. That one actually might have surprised me the most. You guys voting for the Countach. Like, I didn't feel like that many people really knew or loved the Countach. I mean, I just liked it because the whole thing with Horizon 3, when it was a Horizon edition, and everybody ended up getting gifted it, and I drove it, and I just kind of like, I don't know, just had a connection with that car. I liked it a lot, but really wasn't expecting everybody to vote for it here for this series. All right, 3 days later, maybe we'll finally get this event started. I'm just going to drink some body armor to kill some time here. Some very good blackout berry once again. See, look at that. Body armor is even great for killing some time. Yo, Lancer Jack. And one of those three, Bill, I honestly don't care which one. I'd probably prefer the Murcielago because I loved the sounds of that thing in Forza Horizon 3, and I never drove it in this game yet, so I want to see what it's like. But alright, yeah, so we definitely need to switch the gearing. It just has to happen. Race transmission. Way too slow at accelerating, and I know I'm going against fully tuned cars, but... Alright, so the handling feels real slow, but we're going to put all the handling upgrades on. So anti-roll bars, race suspension. I'm thinking we're going to put on the differential too, the race differential. That probably has something to do with it. The brakes are not the greatest. Maybe upgrade the brakes a little bit. And brakes do reduce weight too, so... I'm kind of thinking of adding a little bit of power, not doing like a full race weight reduction for this. From the calculations I've done recently with a couple cars, it always seems like the sport reduction for weight with adding some power gives you a better power to weight ratio than doing race weight reduction and then obviously less, you know, power being added to it. That's what I've been noticing lately. And if your car will handle good enough with the sport weight reduction and you have a better power to weight ratio that way, it's a no-brainer. It's an absolute no-brainer, and that's exactly what happened with the 911 Turbo S. Because I was thinking race weight reduction because of how bad the handling was at first. But then I realized, like, no, sport weight reduction is good enough. Like, this car is fantastic now. But yeah, we definitely got to make this car more responsive. And the acceleration's got to be faster. I mean, we're talking B-Class right now. We're going to start B-Class, and we're going to see how she does. And a car I'm kind of curious... Oh, that didn't look good. A car I'm kind of curious to compare against, though, is the Renault Clio V6. Hopefully Reaper will pull that out once I kind of have this Skyline in a good spot. I want to see how they would do against each other, because that's rear-wheel drive, but I really like that for B-Class. This thing has way more power, though, but it's also heavier, I think. I could be wrong on that. I'm pretty sure, though. But honestly, when I'm racing, I can't even get out of third gear, so we definitely need to do something with the acceleration. We definitely have to add power, I feel like, and handling. I mean, that turn I was going so slow there, we still hit the wall a little bit. It's so weird driving in B-Class, though. It's like so weird, dude. Might need a little bit better grip, too. It feels a little slidey. Just a little bit. I guess that's only when I push the car hard, though. We might not need to put tires on at all. I don't know. We only have so much PI to work with. I mean, I'll take 4th place. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Especially considering how many 700s were in here. B-Class 700s. We got Fry leading the way, but, ooh. I just realized after that, not looking too hot on our team, though. Damn. We got smoked. Damn, Fry, what happened out here? That's what I'm saying, Lancer Jack. Like, I don't have enough B and A class cars. Like, S1 and S2, I feel like, are where I've done most of my tuning. That's where most of my cars are. So I definitely need more B and A class, especially B. Like, I only have the Renault Clio V6, and that's about it. The Sport V6. So if this thing turns into a fun little B-class car, you'll probably see it from me a little bit more often. Yeah, pretty much, Fry. Like, even if I would have came in second there, I don't know if we would have won that. But there was no shot. I mean, I had no shot. I'm surprised I came in fourth, honestly. Some of you guys got to work on your braking, though. I mean, I was just kind of cruising nicely through all my turns, you know, just driving pretty much perfectly. And then I see people, like, flying past me and sliding into walls. Like, guys, don't forget you have that left trigger, you know what I'm saying? It helps a lot. Helps a damn lot. What's up there, James? Welcome to the stream. Alright, well, let's wait for me to reconnect here, and then first things first, you guys are going to get to see me customize this car and paint the car. The paint is already shared. I'm just going to pop it right on there after we customize it. And I hope that you guys are going to love it as much as I do. But thank you, everybody. Thank you very much. Wait, what the heck? I was just online. It said people are in my session. Let me lead you convoy. Thank you, Forza. Thank you very much, Forza. Auctions? What's an auction? Hello there, Grady Bucks. What's up, buddy? Welcome, Christopher. And Dean, that is the Skyline R33. Hello there, Parth. Welcome to the stream. But we're going to start with B class to answer your question, Sensei. Top of the B class we're going for. And Ammo, I did hear about that. I did hear about that. It is old enough now. So, we'll start with the looks. We'll start with the looks. That's what we'll do first. So pay attention to the PI as I do this, though, because for anyone that doesn't care about PI, or I should say for the people that really care about PI in terms of just getting maximum performance, what I'm about to do you might not want to do because the PI does get used up a little bit here. But again, I go looks first, and I was amazed at how stunning this car was. So first thing, I personally would never take out the RB26 twin turbo. I mean, it's just such a beautiful motor. There's a couple engine swaps. I mean, this one probably would make the most sense, I'd imagine, because it gives you more... Well, actually, no, it gives you... Oh, yeah, no, it gives you more power, more torque, and less weight. You can't really go wrong there, but I heard so... I think I saw someone talk about the V8 in this thing. I mean... Yeah, it reduces weight, adds a lot more power, but again, I'm not doing it. Like, I love the stock motor on this car. I don't engine swap ever. You guys know that by now. But drivetrain swap, I don't see why anybody would ever take an all-wheel drive car and make it rear-wheel drive in this game, especially for racing. I mean, maybe drifting. I mean, if you want to take it drifting, I could see that. But now here's the thing that I love about this car, and I really wish that every single car in Forza Horizon 4 had deeper customization like this. Midnight Club Los Angeles-like customization. So, first things first, I love the stock bumper, but the bumper that I like the best is the one that kind of goes along with the side skirt and the rear bumper in terms of like how low down it sits. So, that one's nice, but this is the one that I end up going with here. Looks very nice as well. I mean, honestly, a lot of these look good. The stock bumper probably looks the nicest from the front. But I had to match everything with the side, so we end up going with that one just because the other ones are a little bit too low down compared to what I like to do with the rest of the car. I like the stock side skirts the most. Now, the wing, some of you might question this decision here, but hello there, Lucas. Welcome to the stream. The stock wing's cool and all, but I saw this. And this, for me, is just my style wing. I love the kind of lip-looking spoilers, or spoilers like this, the ones that are lower down. They're not massive, but they cover from left to right the entire width of the car. So I really like this wing over the stock one, so that's the one that I go with. But just to show you the other options, you can even go wingless if you want. I mean, performance-wise, that's probably the best way to go, I would say in the B class too, because if you're not going Forza Aero for the high-speed cornering, you might as well do a little bit of a weight reduction. But again, I'm going with that one, just for looks' sake. Now, same thing, rear bumper. I wanted to go a little bit lower so it matches where the side skirt's at and everything, and the front bumper. But this one just looks way better, I think, than the stock bumper. Like, that just kind of looks boring. That one looks really cool. Now, the other two are pretty cool too, but for me, this is my favorite one, and it matches perfectly with the rest of the car. Side skirts, again, I just keep it stock because everything else goes a little bit lower than I like, and I also don't really like when the side skirts kind of pop out. They like go out and go wider to the car. I like when it's just kind of smooth with the body lines and everything. Might just be me, but that's kind of how I am. So we stay stock on the side skirts. And then honestly, this hood looks pretty cool, but I'm a man of symmetry, and it's not symmetrical, and it also just looks a little weird from this angle compared to like just the stock. I feel like that just looks right, so we're sticking with the stock hood. Now, in terms of the wheels, this was definitely something else we had to do, and we'll just start, actually no, we'll put the wheels first. So, the wheels that I ended up going with that I thought looked really good were these. Some of you might have a different taste of wheels, but I didn't want to reduce any weight with the wheels. I wanted to see what else we could do with performance, so these are the ones I go with. There are other nice ones, don't get me wrong. Now, here's one of my issues, though. These wheels are way too small. They're just way too small. So, I decided to increase the size, right? Look at how much PI that adds just to go up 2 sizes, dude. 19-inch wheels looks beautiful, but keep in mind for performance purposes, you're losing 3 PI there to work with, which for me, it's worth it because, again, I'm going for looks first, but from a performance standpoint, definitely not worth it. But we go with the 19s because it just looks awesome. And then obviously we go with the width because that just looks cool. Now, honestly, I'm trying to think. For performance purposes, though, that kind of adds a lot, too. I'm thinking maybe we'll just pop it out 1. Nah, I can't. It looks too damn nice, man. We're just going to go all the way. We're just going to go all the way. And then there's nothing here that has to do with customization. Now, brakes we're going to get to later, but definitely the race springs. But here's another thing. Race springs don't usually add 4 PI, but it does for this car. But again, looks first for me, so we're putting that on. And we're going to put on all the handling things, but we'll do that later. And I think that is it. That's just engine. So we're going to install all that stuff. I already had it bought because, like I said, I did this for the good old thumbnail. But can you explain PI for those who aren't aware? So PI stands for Performance Index. And basically, you can see right now we're at B class 639. That's like where the car is currently at, or actually 640, 639. It's doing that glitch thing where at the top it's saying something different than where it is in the middle. But basically when you put upgrades on, that performance index will go higher or sometimes lower depending on what you're doing. And the performance index, though, it's basically just to signify the class that you're in. And the thing that you want to kind of take note of, though, is when you're putting different upgrades on, how much power you're getting, how much weight you might be reducing, but also how much PI it's using. Because there might be upgrades that use less PI that maybe should or could give you different results in terms of power, weight, all that kind of stuff. So it's very tricky to look at this. I usually don't pay attention to the fine details. I should. It's just I kind of like to do a bunch of random different things. But that's kind of like what the performance index does, and you'll see that something like a turbo is obviously going to add a crap ton of PI, and you're not going to have much room to work with after that. So I'm almost wondering, could we just put on a twin turbo and then a good weight reduction and see what happens with this type of a car? We'll see. But that adds a lot of PI. I mean, that's 42 PI, so probably not. So we got that on, but the next thing is to just... Oh, and also, just want to show you that there's really nothing in the car mastery for this thing. But now we're going to paint it real quick. Now, like I said, it's already painted, and this design is already shared. I shared this yesterday, and it's called the Purple R33, and once it loads the picture, I will click on it so you guys can actually see it just a little bit. 3 days later. Wait a minute, why is it gray? Oh no, don't tell me it didn't save my color. Don't tell me it didn't save my color. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, why is it gray? I don't like this. It might have not saved my color. If it didn't save my color, we're just going to have to repaint it, I guess. Yeah, that would really suck. I had my color saved yesterday. Apparently, it did not save. Okay, well, I guess we're going to repaint it, and I'll show you guys, like, the color that I made. That is really weird. Let me just look at that one more time and make sure it wasn't somewhere else. I guess it saved over when I put it back to stock. That's disappointing. That's very disappointing. Yeah, big oof. Big F. I was so excited to show you guys that, too. Maybe we'll get lucky and it'll be under previous... Nope, it's not under previous colors. That is so stupid, Forza. What the heck? Alright, well, we're just going to do it again. Let's see if I can remember how I did this, though. So, I'm pretty sure what I did... I think what I did is I kind of went to like the purple area. I'm probably not going to be able to recreate it. Watch me just not be able to recreate it. I think we kind of did something like this. So we basically went straight up black as the base color, but then the flake color, we went over to purple. I think that's about what we did. This is similar. It's just going to really bother me because I don't know if it's exactly what I had yesterday. Like, I don't know exactly what I had. It was definitely a little bit darker. So maybe I had the brightness down a little bit. Yeah, I'm so mad right now that that did not save yesterday. I think that that's it, though. We're just going to go with this because I'm not spending a lot of time painting. Like, I'm just really annoyed that that didn't save from yesterday. But okay, I know not to ever do that again. But, dude, like, the purple on this thing looks so good. Now, keep in mind, we got to repaint the wheels, though. You know, Forza, I always try and do cool things on here, and you always prevent me from doing them. So, for this, I think I just went same type of thing. I'm like so annoyed that this didn't save because I don't even know if we're doing what we did yesterday. But we're just going to rock with it. We're just going to go with it, you know? So I'm pretty sure for this then we just went all the way down again, but we went to like gray. Yeah, something like this. It was a little bit darker for the wheels though. We're going to say like right around... We'll just go with this. I'm again, just like, I can't believe it didn't save what I had yesterday. Now I'm like not sure. Now I'm just questioning whether this is even right, but we're just going to go with it. So there we go. And then obviously the tints. Well, hopefully you guys still like it, because I don't know. It probably looked better yesterday, but I figured that purple would look awesome on this car. And reason being, I was looking at the stock colors, and where I started was here. I made like a blue color to kind of go off of this. But then I also noticed there's this, it's hard to tell, but it's a purple color. And it gave me the idea to create this. And I mean, I think this looks way better than any of the stock colors. Honestly, out of the stock colors, I'd say the stock gray looks the best. But then I put this on and I was like, that just gotta be it. Like, that's awesome. So let me try to resave this again. We'll save it over this. I'm still so mad. I even titled it and everything, man. Damn it, Forza. Yeah, I'm fired. I get it. Alright, well, it's still showing gray, but that should be officially shared now. It should be shared now. I guess when I switched it back to stock and then I saved like this, it just saved over my current file. But that is really dumb if you can't even, like, have your previous save and then kind of change it to something else and then not have it automatically save over, because it didn't even ask me or give me any options. But I do want to make sure it's shared for everybody. I mean, you can make it yourself because you just saw me do it. But I thought it was really cool, and there she is, though. Yep, there she is. Now she's there. But okay, that's enough of that. Now we gotta get into the main thing here, the actual tuning and the upgrading. So we already discussed, it's way too slow, and it needs better handling. So again, I'm not doing any swaps. We're not making it rear-wheel drive. We're not swapping out the RB26. We're not putting Forza Aero, which, by the way, so the Forza Aero would be that. So it's basically the stock bumper, but with the little Forza Aero touch to it, which you guys know that I don't usually like, and I love the wing that I have on. What do you guys think of this wing? Like, do you guys agree with me? Like, that looks awesome, or do you guys prefer just that stock wing? Which I'm sure a lot of people are going to go with the stock wing, but for me, it's this one. For sure. But we customized all that. Now, I don't... Wow, street tires put you up to 687. I mean, I don't think that's even logical to do that. So, we're not going to go with... We already did the wheels. We already did the width there. Peace out, Arvin. Or if you're saying bye to somebody else, I don't know. But yeah, I love that wing. I love that wing. So, shifting, I mean... This doesn't change the class at all, so we might be able to throw that in later. What's up there, Meshaba? Welcome to the stream. We're definitely going race transmission. Like we talked about, I don't like how it hurts. It shows on the stats there, acceleration and launch gets hurt. It's really not going to. You just need to retune. I hate that it uses 6 PI, but it's going to be very necessary. It's going to help our acceleration a crap ton. So that's going on. I think the race differential would be good just to tune that out a little bit, and we'll talk about the tuning of that a little bit later. Now we have the race springs. We're definitely going to put on the anti-roll bars because, again, we need to fix the handling. That's a great way to do it. Now, I think what I want to do for the rest of this is kind of calculate what the best option is going to be. So, I mean, if we put on the race weight reduction, I literally can't do anything else. But if you look at the numbers aren't too bad there. 11.2. But let's go sport for now. Let's go sport weight reduction for now. And then let's go over here and, I mean, some of these upgrades I feel like are just gonna, yeah, see, we're in that low class. That's why this is unique too. When you're in like the B class and even the C class, normal upgrades that usually don't move your PI too much for like S2, say exhaust or cams, might move it like 10 to 20. I mean, you see right here, the first section of it just jumps it up 16, and then you go to this one, you're already way into the A class already. But hello there, Steve. Hello there, Owen. Welcome to the stream, guys. So I'm thinking that we might want to take a look at the exhaust first, because you get power, plus you get a lot of weight reduction, actually. We just went from 3,103 pounds to 3,005 pounds. So we're getting power, plus we're getting a good weight reduction. The only thing is, though, you do have to keep in mind, we are sacrificing a good amount of PI there. So, what was it before? 11.201, now we're at 11.269. We're going to try that. We're going to try to add the power. And then, I'm trying to think what else I want to do then after that. I'm thinking maybe air filter. What's up there, Tahir? Welcome. And concept to reality, I don't remember what your old one was. Well, that works perfectly. It would put us right to the top of the B class. 308 horsepower, 300 torque, and 3,002 pounds. I kind of like the way that build looks for some reason. Like, I kind of like that a lot. So, I think we might try that. Then let's go back and see, though, if we can throw that clutch on there and still be within the class that we're in. Nope. How about we try race driveline? Nope. How about we try flywheel? That's the last thing that we can do. And Lux Star with a very good observation. Not many people pay attention to that, but the only other thing I'm thinking that sometimes this doesn't affect the class at all. Ooh, it actually drops the class, so we can put wider tires on, drops the class. And then that means that we can actually go ahead and throw on the clutch. Now, the only other thing is, though, the braking. We did discuss how the braking feels a little weak. Don't know if it'll be worth it. We won't even be able to fit it with this build. I gotta say, red calipers looks kind of nice, though, with this. But we're gonna try and throw the clutch on here. Get a little bit better shift time. It does reduce some weight. Might be able to throw on the... Nope. I think that'll be good. I'm trying to think, actually, maybe this would be... Nah, I think we're good. I mean, look at our 0 to 100 time, though. That's pretty good. It's actually not bad at all. 10.899. So we'll go with that. Unfortunately, I don't think anything else will fit. We can try the flywheel yet. And again, this is just the first build. If we don't like things, we can always go back and change things. But we are maxed in the B class, so there's nothing else we can put on. So let's take a look at our basket. So we got race tranny, race diff, race anti-roll bars for obviously handling, sport weight reduction, race exhaust, race intake, thicker rear tires, which that does add weight. That's the only downside of that, but we gained the PI, so that was kind of nice being able to put on then the street clutch. So we are going to go with that. That is going to be our first build here. There is one thing I want to calculate real quick, actually, though. Actually, I don't even know if we should bother because... I guess we can look at it quick. So the one thing that I always like to do, kind of, though, to calculate is the power to weight ratio. So, again, I kind of mentioned this earlier. If we were to put on the race weight reduction, that drops down another 331 pounds. Now, the thing is, though, if we do that, we're obviously going to have to remove other upgrades, which means that's gone. And that's gone. Now, we do have one PI to work with. I don't think we'll be able to add any power. We can see. I highly doubt anything's going to keep it at 600, so, or 700, I should say, within 700. So we know that those won't, we're just going to have to reduce weight a little bit, I guess. So we can test out and calculate, though, what the power to weight ratio is to see if it makes more sense for the race weight reduction, or if it makes more sense to just have the extra power. But then again, when we go drive it, are we going to have enough handling? You know what I mean? So we're going to come back to it. So we cannot add any more power this way, but we can certainly reduce a little bit more weight. So we'll go race drive line. That takes off 18 pounds, which is not bad. Might be able to sneak the flywheel on here yet. The driveline is a pretty nice little extra weight reduction, so. But yeah, that's going to be it. So let's just calculate real quick. And in case you don't know, let me just grab my calculator so I can do this real quick. The power to weight is literally just power divided by weight. That's how you get your power to weight ratio. So we're going to hop on the calculator here quick, and we're going to divide the 278 by 2,766, and that gives us a power to weight ratio of 0.101, rounded up. But now we're going to abandon this build. We know what it was. It's very simple to kind of switch that around. We're going to abandon that. We're going to go to our original setup, and then we're going to look at the same numbers, and we're going to calculate that. So now we got 308 horsepower. We're going to divide that by 3,015. And that gives us a power to weight ratio of 0.102. So the build that I have does have a better power to weight ratio than if we were to do the race weight reduction. So that is a good thing. That's exactly what we were aiming for. The only thing is, will we have enough handling? That's what we're going to figure out. So now we're going to go drive the car. I'm literally not going to touch anything when it comes to the tuning. But hello there, Frodo. Welcome to the stream. I'm glad to hear it, Concept Reality. Hopefully everybody's going to end up in that good old Discord server by the end of this stream. But there she is, the beautiful purple. At nighttime, man, it's so dark, though. That's why I like it, too. It's like almost black at nighttime. But I just thought the purple looked so good in this game, especially just with the wing and just the wheels, that color and everything, man. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. But Reaper, we're going to have to run at some point. I think you should wait, though, to use your first invite once I get tuning a little bit. But we are going to invite somebody in here to 1v1 my stock build now. I shouldn't say my stock build, my untuned build. And maybe 3 days later we'll actually get online so I can invite somebody. That's always a very helpful thing. I will say one thing, this thing feels way better already. Alright, we still have a lot of understeer though, so I can already tell you we have a lot of tuning to do when it comes to handling. And that might make us have to do race weight reduction to get more handling, because sometimes the power to weight ratio doesn't matter if the car doesn't handle. So we will see, but hello there, Veggie Sticks. Peace out, though, Hogan. Hope you feel better, man. Rest up. I hear you, though. I've had a long last couple of days, too. Not even gonna lie. Today was super productive. Yesterday was just awful. Like, today was a long day, but it was just good. It was super productive. Yesterday was just crazy. And possibly unspeakable. Not sure. I already did one, and I do want to get this tune going here. This build going a little bit. And considering this is a car that's like, you know, not super fast, not super crazy, we're not going to be doing races like Greendale Super Sprint. We're not going to do races like my favorite race usually, Lake District Sprint. It just doesn't make sense to use cars like this here. Or there, I should say. It's not going to have that high-speed cornering ability that, say, a Centenario has, you know what I'm saying? So, I think we'll go over to the Meadow Sprint next. Now, hopefully, whoever I invited is going to join my session. Perfect timing so we can get this going, but probably not. That message was from like 40 minutes ago, but we'll see what happens. I struck out. I struck out. Alright, Neptuna. Neptuna's first invite. She's using it early. She's using it while I'm weak, while I'm untuned. No, you're good, Neptune. You're good. In the meantime, I can start setting this up. Well, actually, no, I can't because I gotta wait till you fully join my session, or else it like won't send you the invite to this race. Retro sports cars. Sounds good, Saul. Sounds good. My members want to take me while I'm weak. I see how it is. I get you. I get it. It's totally okay. I get it. I really do. Yo, another car we got to do at some point, though, is the R33. Saw the picture of it on there. I mean, I'm telling you, though, that purple, man. I like this build, though, too. I do like the build. Like, 300 horsepower, 300 torque. These numbers are very comparable. It's actually lighter than my real-life IS300. And also, I think these numbers are at the crank, though, so never mind. Never mind. This thing is definitely weaker than my real-life IS300, except it's lighter, so it'd probably be very comparable, if you look at it that way. I feel like in real life, weight reduction definitely has a big impact on things. And I like chocolate. Chocolate's good. I don't eat it too often. But Anthony, it's just chill music, honestly, dude. Like, I don't even know what the genre technically is. It's just like dance electronic type stuff, I would say. Maybe hip-hop. I don't remember exactly what the category was. Some of them are like multi-category too. The only difference is this is all-wheel drive, though. Obviously, me and my dad's IS300's rear-wheel drive. So from a dig, this would probably win. From a roll, Now, I will say the other thing, though, it's very comparable to my IS because they're both inline sixes. I don't think I even mentioned that. This is an inline six, man. The inline sixes are awesome. I love inline six motors, personally. Another reason I would never take out the RB26. I don't even know what I'm racing against right now. What the heck is that, Neptuna? I literally don't know what car that is. Is that bad that I don't know what car that is? Alright, let's see how this thing feels. First thing, braking. Not bad, not bad. Oh, a lot of understeer, though. A lot of understeer. We got a lot of work to do when it comes to the understeer department. The grip is good, though. Grip is definitely good. Just that understeer, man. If we can work that out, I feel like the power is even good, you know? I feel like this thing feels pretty good, and I haven't even tuned the gears yet. And you have to keep in mind, too, like, we're in the B class. I don't know what the top speed is on this car right now, but we definitely don't need a top speed of, like, you know, 200. Like, this car is really never going to get to 200 too often. Especially in the kind of races that we're going to be doing with it, so. The other thing I noticed, too, is a lot of cars tend... I guess I shouldn't even make that comparison, but more of the cars that I've tuned recently are heavier in the rear, which I kind of like usually. This car, I think, is 55% in the front, and I know as they were kind of going through the generations of the Skylines, like, the front weight percentage was something that people didn't like. And this one's better than the R32, but it's still like 55%, I think I saw with this build. Front weight percentage. So that's probably partially why this thing has a lot of understeer, or kind of feels understeery. But she's not bad. I mean, we definitely have to work out the gearing. That's definitely one of the things we're going to do first, probably, is work out the gearing. And then understeer. I mean, the understeer is atrocious. You guys, I'm sure, are seeing it. But it's controllable. It's definitely controllable. I have not tuned the Carrera GT in this game. I don't even know if I did in Horizon 3. I remember that car was a Forzathon exclusive in Horizon 3. Don't know if I ever tuned it, but definitely not in this game, no. I mean, this series is very fresh. This is only episode 3, and Setup Sunday, we only have 1, so I think I've tuned like 5 cars with you guys so far. This is the 5th. I mean, I've made some other tunes, but not that many in this game. Definitely behind in this game compared to what I was in good old Forza Horizon 3. The Porsche 944, okay. I couldn't recognize it with the paint job that you had on there. Was that fully tuned, Neptuna? Because if so, the Skyline's like superior. Absolutely superior. It also looked like you were rear-wheel drive, though. When you launched, it definitely looked like rear-wheel drive. And Unspeakable, of course I have. Of course I have. But I really don't. Like, when nowadays, just, like, throughout the day at work, whatever, like, there are certain things that, like, cause me to talk like that, I guess you could say, but generally, no. I've never driven the 944, so I would not know, but definitely seems slower than the Skyline, I can tell you that much. And that was the untuned Skyline. We're just getting going. We're just getting started here. Of course, it's nighttime. Alright, so first thing we gotta fix is the gearing. So, first gear is way too long right now. First gear is definitely way too long. I'll be honest with you though, Unspeakable is probably a lot longer in my life where I did not say anything like that though than other people. Like, I was a lot older before I would really start to like talk like that and stuff, which was kind of crazy. So first thing we're gonna do is literally just get all the bars on the graph. Like, 6th gear, you guys probably noticed, was off the graph. You never want that. Now the other thing we have to do though is go back to the auto show and kind of figure out the best power bands. Like, where do we want our RPMs to be when we're shifting? Like, once we shift in the 2nd gear, where do the RPMs drop down to? The car definitely felt way better already, and I think my 0 to 100 probably just got better just based off of what I just did. Honestly, the setup I'm looking at is fine because each gear, when you go from 1st to 2nd to 3rd, the bottom of the lines is higher than the last one, and that's what's important to staying in the power band. So I'm going to say for sure that it's okay the where it's at now, but we can probably improve upon it. For now, we're just going to do a quick little adjustment like that. I don't even think we need to go to 176 miles per hour, so let's just go a couple more clicks. We'll leave it right about there for now. Tire pressure, I'm not even going to change yet. We're definitely going to look at the camber. That's one thing we got to do. But for now, we're just going to save that where it's at. The height's like perfect, I think. And yeah, I see kind of some of the stuff we're going to have to adjust for sure. There's a lot of different things we're going to have to adjust here. But first things first, let me talk to you guys about the good old gearing and how you want to look at your RPMs and everything. Like I said, we got to go to the festival to do that. First, I just want to make sure we get back into an online session. And Kevin Garcia, all the cars that I've been working on, I don't play ranked adventure, so anything that I've worked on, there's no guarantee, or I'm definitely not going to tell you that they're good for ranked because I have no idea. I just don't play ranked enough. Most likely not. From what I know, the cars that we've worked on are not like top tier cars, but I feel like Bill is pretty, well, definitely more knowledgeable than me when it comes to ranked. He plays that a lot. He might be able to answer that better for you. Unspeakable, do you work for Sprint? Alright, so you want to go back into the upgrades, and you have to go to the engine. Any of the engine performance parts, and basically you just want to take a look at this graph. And this is kind of an interesting graph to look at because this is a way lower class of a car than we're used to looking at. So basically what you're looking for though is, where is your power band? Where do you see the horsepower line, which is the orange line, and the torque line, the green line, kind of at their best point? And basically you want to make sure that the car's power doesn't drop down below that RPM when you're shifting. So we're going to have to go and adjust that, and from what I'm looking at, it's kind of weird because you actually will notice the torque drop off a pretty significant amount once you get to the top end. I'm going to say like 6,000 RPMs maybe, and we have to take a look at where the RPMs are at also on the speedometer and the gauges, because all of them can be different how close you are to the red line and everything, but it looks like we're going to be going up to... Looks like we can go to like 8,400 RPMs, if I'm reading that correctly. Maybe like 8,200 RPMs. Maybe 8,300 RPMs. That's probably the red line, like the max that you can send each gear. So I'm saying like 6,000 might be good. Again, we can go a little bit lower. It really just depends on what everything's looking like. But you don't want to be dropping down into like 4,000 RPMs where there's just barely any horsepower yet. Like your horsepower is still building. You want to be at a point where you're already making pretty much maximum power when you downshift, because that will kind of enhance your acceleration going through the gears, and you won't lose power. So we're going to go with 6,000 for now. We're going to back on out, and we're going to go tune a little bit, and we're going to see what happens. So first thing we got to do is see where it's at now. Like, where are the gears shifting at this point? And to do that, basically just find a straightaway. You got to go to max RPMs. I was wrong, actually. It goes to like 80... I'm going to say 8,600 RPMs. So second gear, honestly, that was pretty good. Like, we just shifted from 86 and went right to 6,000. So that was ideal. Now we got to go up to like 62. That's actually higher. So we actually might have a good gearing setup already. Just that small adjustment I made. So wait, let's look at that one more time. So first gear, so that's like 6,000, maybe 6,200. Then we're up to like 6,600, so that was like perfect, and I'm out of straightaway here. What's up there? Hold the gate. How you been? Feel like I haven't talked to you in a while. Is it really, JJ? It's beautiful, isn't it? Purple goes so well with this car. I had this car blue at first. I legitimately had it blue, like the same kind of color, but I switched it to purple because I was like, nah, man, this looks way better. Alright, so now that we're on some flatter grounds, let's see where we shift to when we get to that. Okay, so we might shorten fourth gear just a little bit. Just a hair. We definitely want to have some more power top end, and we don't need the top speed that some of those things had, like what I was talking about. So yeah, we're still at 173.5. Honestly, that's really good still. Might even drop them down another little bit. As long as we're going like 170, I think that'll be plenty for the B class. We're probably never even going to hit up to that. We might even be able to take away more, but for now, I think that's a good spot. Let's go test it out one more time. We also have to see how the car launches. I might want to shorten first more. We'll see. Yeah, I think we need to shorten first gear more, actually. Because I've noticed this with a couple of Reapers builds, too. Now, they were for rally and for, like, playground games and stuff. But basically, when you're launching, you don't want the RPM to drop way down here. Do you guys see how far down we dropped? Launching the car full throttle and drops down to like 35. Like, first gear is just way too long, and our acceleration is not good enough off the line. So we're actually going to have to drop these gears down a little bit. So let's see where our top speed is at then. Because first gear just way, way, way too... too lengthy, I guess is a good word for it. Damn, it's almost time for Forzathon Live already. So now let's see where it is when we launch. Still kind of low. It's not like a huge deal. I mean, you're still going to launch on every rear-wheel drive car, but I just like to feel more power out of first gear. I feel like it's a little bit too slow there. We're going to make one more small adjustment. I don't want to take away from the top speed too much, but I just want to make the launch feel a little bit better. So we'll go a couple more clicks. You guys might have actually noticed too that I'm pretty sure just that our 0 to 60 got faster than what it was before. So now let's see what she's feeling like. And Arvin, if it's there, why not, man? That's a rare car. So now you might notice we're actually getting so much power and so much torque that we're starting to spin our tires a little bit. Honestly, I feel like that's a perfect balance, though, because it's just launching a lot smoother. Then we got to 6,000, 64, 68. Yep, see, this feels pretty good now. And now we're actually hitting our top speed. See the difference that makes tuning the gearing? Before we weren't even getting close to that. So what I might actually do, I think we should be getting at least 170 top speed. So let's adjust our final drive a little bit now, just to get a little more top speed out of it. See where we're at. There we go. That should be just about perfect right there. So we're going to rock with that. Alright, so before we do anything else, let me just run somebody again. Let's see how it feels in racing situations now. Because also, you know, you want the gearing to feel good for racing. You don't want to feel like you're not sure if you should be in second or third. It's too much of an in-between. Sometimes that can be like something that... It's more of a feel thing than anything. But does not hurt to run it before we continue working on different aspects of this. So fighting, your turn. Actually, no, wait. Fighting, remind me that I didn't invite you, because I know I promised Saul the next run. There you go, Saul. Oof! Come on, Mercedes, what the hell, man? And we're gonna go to a different race. Where should we go now? Let's go here to Elmsden-on-Sea. But I feel like we made a lot of good progress with this car for the B-Class already. I feel like this is definitely going to be a good B-Class car. The only thing is, am I going to want to build an A-Class too? Will I want to build an A-Class? What's up there, Randaddy? Welcome to the stream. Alright, so we got to re-blueprint because we still have not done too many races yet. A retro sports car is our first retro sports car. Event settings, summer, clear... Good to go. Oh, you know, just building a nice R33, a beautiful purple R33 at that. There's what our build's looking like. 300 horsepower and torque, 3,000 pounds. I'll tell you what, I'll do a little wager here with Saul. If Saul beats me on this race, if Saul is able to beat me, I will auction a 4-door. I'll auction a 4-door for dirt cheap. I think I bought them for 16 million, and I can probably auction them for like, I don't know, 32,000, I think it is. I appreciate it though, Randaddy. I appreciate it. What's up there, Chase? Welcome to the stream. Oh god, here's Dill with his crumpets. Not a problem, Saber. Not a problem. That is the goal of these streams for sure. Also to give you guys driving tips when I have a chance to. Like, first race, use your brakes. Don't forget about the brakes. Nonchalantly driving my stock R33 and people are just flying by me, sliding into the wall. I feel like braking should be really simple, especially if you have braking line on. Oh, ooh. I like the car, bro. You know, the 1998 Nissan 240SX from Midnight Club Los Angeles will forever be my favorite starter car. So whenever I see those headlights, man. What's up there, Rodney? And I have not played dirt. I kind of want to. I feel like I would get better at dirt racing if I played a game like that. Don't know for sure, but damn, Saul's pulling on me already. That thing's light as hell, I know that. You know what's really weird is we haven't even done anything with the handling, and it already feels like it's handling better just based on me tuning the gearing, which is, like, really interesting. Whoa, Saul, what the hell just happened? It looked like you were going way off course, and then you just popped back in front of me. That was actually very interesting. But yeah, no, we still have some understeer that we gotta work out. It feels better though, it's really weird. Yo, I love this spoiler on this car though. Who else loves this spoiler, dude? It's not stock, but it's a beautiful customization option. And there goes the RB26. The twin turbo inline 6. Still feeling some of that understeer, but it's oddly better than it was. Either that or I'm just getting more used to it. And I'm like starting to compensate better for it. What's up there, Spider-Man? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, the gearing feels really good though, I gotta say. It didn't take much. I didn't have to adjust too much. It was more a final drive and then little tweaks here and there. I gotta say, Saul is right on me though. Like, Saul is literally right on me right now. That Sylvia must be pretty good. I'm gonna assume it was all-wheel drive swaps because you definitely launched really fast. I don't think that could have possibly been rear-wheel drive. Hello there, Blue Tiger. Welcome. It's a shame that some of the customization that I did with this car uses up so much PI in the B-Class, though, because we could make this thing even faster if I didn't care about the way my car looks. But you guys know I care too much about that. Good race though, Saul. Good race, man. Not even a 2-second difference. You're right with me the whole time.
A man is an adult male human. Prior to adulthood, a male human is referred to as a boy.
I have no idea what my phone just heard and why it just said what it did. But okay. That was so random. I question Google sometimes. Like, what is it listening to? It basically just said that something about it was like as if I asked what a man is. That was so interesting. And Crescent, that would be awesome, dude. Like, honestly, I just want Midnight Club again, but they're not going to do it because they're too much into GTA and Red Dead and, you know, Rockstar's main games. But I don't know why they couldn't keep a studio for Midnight Club, dude. Midnight Club was amazing. And I have a Google Pixel 3. Love it. And Frodo, what is the... So I think the first thing next to my name is VIP, and then the flag thing is for the star card, because I completed a Racing Superstar, and that's like the flare that you get. To answer your question there. But alright, so next thing that we have to do, though, the car feels good, but we need to work on the handling. The handling straight up needs work. Like, the understeer is way too bad. Good race once again, though, Saul. Very fun race we had there. That was a nice car battle, too. I like that. The 1998 Sylvia against the good old R33. We're going to have to play Midnight Club sometime. You know what the only problem is with Midnight Club? I have to listen to the in-game music for that. So if I'm to play Midnight Club, it'll probably have to be on Twitch. I mean, I don't mind using the music I have that you're listening to right now, but that game, like... how much I played it and just always listening to the in-game music, I feel like I have to use the in-game music. But I guess I'll take like a vote or something, and if too many people don't want me to go on Twitch, I'll just have to deal with it. But realistically, man, like I feel like I have to use the soundtracks from that. Alrighty, so time to tune our alignment a little bit. Now, I don't know where the car's sitting right now in terms of like how good everything is, but I feel like it definitely has some room for improvement. So we're going to go to settings. First thing you guys need to know, you want to go to controller layout. Sorry if I went too fast there. Controller settings on the right top there. Then advanced at the bottom, the little, some people call it a burger button. And then you want to go to switch ANA telemetry TTS, and you want to put that on telemetry. Once you do that, when you hit the D-pad down on your controller or whatever button it is on PC, instead of getting ANA, you'll get this window here, and it shows you all kinds of cool stuff. There's two screens that we're going to be using, and I always forget about the second screen. But this is the main one right here, and that is, you can see your camber, you can see your tire pressures, and this can go a long way to really helping out with your handling and everything. So, the other one that you can use, and I think I actually did show this the last time, the heat, because you always want the outer to be a little bit hotter, if anything, than the inner. And that's when you're going around turns. All these temperatures are going to adjust and everything, so keep that in mind. But first things first, when you're going around a turn, just like when you're going in a straight line, you want as much tire on the ground as possible. So camber pretty much makes it so your tires are not sitting perfectly up and down. They'll either angle in or out depending on if you have negative or positive camber. Now most people go with the negative camber, like I'm sure you notice a lot of like the drift cars and lowered cars that are slammed. They have the wheel kind of bending inward. So like the top of the tire is more inside the car and then the bottom is kind of sticking out. So that's what we're going for here. We want to have negative camber for the most part. You're almost always going to have some negative camber when you're making a race tune. The thing is though, when you're going around turns, you don't want there to really be any negative camber because your suspension kind of changes as you're going around turns, as you're driving, going over bumps, all that different stuff. So when you're going around a turn, what you're looking for is you want your camber to be about 0. Now this can be really hard to watch while you're going around turns and driving, but basically when you go around the turn, you don't want to see negative and you don't want to see positive. You want to see it kind of fluctuate between negative and positive because that means you're sitting right around 0. So as you can see, we got way too much negative camber in the front and in the rear. The handling doesn't feel atrocious, but there's definitely way too much negative camber. So we're going to go into our tuning. We're going to go to alignment, and this is where you take a look at your negative and positive camber. So like I said, we got way too much negative. It's at -2 and -1.5. A majority of cars that I've tuned always have too much negative. It's always kind of tuned exactly like how you're seeing it. Now, there are exceptions, like the Porsche 911 Turbo S was a big exception. That actually had too much positive camber. Now, it was actually in the negative when you looked here in the stats, but when you're actually driving around turns, you would have too much positive. Or that might have been after I adjusted it. I actually don't remember for sure, but we're going to lower this down a pretty significant amount because we are pretty far into the negatives right now when we're going around turns. And the other thing is too, when you're making these turns and looking, you don't want to be looking at both sides trying to figure out which side is more important. You always want to be looking at the outside wheel. So we're about to make a right-hand turn. You want to be looking at the left side so you can see the outside tires and where that camber's at. And again, you should see it kind of fluctuate between negative and positive, and that kind of signifies that we're at 0. So it's a little hard going up the hill with how slow this car is because we're not getting that full turn effect. But I think we still have too much negative. I think we're going to have to reduce the front a little bit more than the rear, but we're going to go down the hill one more time just because, again, it's hard to tell uphill. We're not turning as fast, so we're not getting like the full effects that we need to see. Alright, so the rear is actually really close because I saw it fluctuate a little bit. The front's still in the negative though, so we need to, I'm going to say like 0.2 in the rear and maybe like 0.5 in the front, something like that. We'll have to keep tweaking it around until we get it to where we want it. And you also have to go by feel a little bit. You don't always want to go perfectly with these numbers. But actually, about where that setup is I've noticed a lot of my cars end up being around like 0.8, 0.9. So it wouldn't surprise me if this was about where we need to be. And the other thing is too, the less negative camber you have, the better straight line stability you're going to have. Just because, again, when you're straight, like when you're just sitting here like this, your angles on your wheels are negative a little bit because that's how we have it set. Then when we go around those turns, it's nice because obviously you get that opportunity for the straight up and down tire just based on the way your car is turning. So let's see where we're at now. And again, very hard to tell. You pretty much want to be in full turning state. Like you want to be putting a lot of pressure on your suspension. So I think the fronts might be good from what I just saw there. Again, very hard to tell up the hill with this particular car. And again, we might also be able to see Actually, it looks like the inner. We'll have to take a look again, but. Again, looking at those outside tires, and we might be there. That looks pretty good. Gonna do a couple more runs, though. I don't think they're ever gonna add nitrous in the Forza. I don't know why, I just feel like that's not gonna happen. You know, the one thing I just noticed about the brake light is the brake light is only on the left side, like the one lens is white, or I should say the bulbs are white, and then on the other side it's red. Just noticed that. Never picked up on that before. Yeah, so I think we're really close. I'm going to look at it one more time going down the hill, but it looks like I think everything should be set pretty good where it's at. And Soup, you don't have a first invite there, brother. I'm going to say maybe we still need to take off a little bit more. Because from what I saw, we were in the negative that entire time on the outside, which was the left side there. I think we need to take away 0.1 more from each side. The Blue Tiger, absolutely. And Soup, I don't see your name in green, and I don't see a special little icon next to your name. You think you can fool me, brudda? Come on now, brudda. Alright, so let's try that. See how she feels going up and down one more time. I think this feels the best that I've felt so far. Like, the handling felt really good there. The biggest test, though, is downhill, where we really get that full acceleration. Being a B-class car, it feels slower uphill. There's not as much power to ride us right up the mountain. Yeah, that's perfect right there. You guys can see it fluctuating on the left side when we go around these turns, and the handling felt the best there so far. On the throttle, it felt good. Off the throttle, we got to work on with some other things. But alright, so I'm definitely happy with that. So now, actually, one more thing we should look at. One more thing we should look at before we go race one more time. Let's also look at this screen. Because again, the outside should be just a little bit, just slightly hotter. And it does look like most of the temperatures are pretty similar, which is exactly what we're looking for. So once we make this left-hand turn, look at the right side and the outside of the right-hand side there. Should definitely be hotter, and it is. Just a little bit. That's exactly what we're looking for. So everything is pretty much perfect when it comes to the alignment. Now, the only other thing that I might want to look at, though, is sometimes front caster can make a difference. I might try putting that down to 4.8. So I've noticed that lower caster can give you a little bit better turn-in at lower speeds, but the thing is, at higher speeds, the lower caster seems to really affect your stability. Like, you'll feel very kind of shaky almost at high speeds, which I don't think we're going to have to worry about with this car, so that's why I'm going to lower that a little bit. And if we really need to, we're going to come back to tow later, because we can use this to actually make our handling better too. But we're not that far yet. We're not sure if we need that. That's like a kind of last resort type of thing. So we're going to run one more time down the hill. And I want to make sure everything's still sitting where it should be. I don't know, I think the 5 actually felt better, so we're going to switch that back. That just seems to have ruined what we just did with the camber, so we're going to switch that back to 5. And I'm going to invite somebody in here to test run with me quick. 5, it felt like perfect and pristine. 4.8 just made that feel very, very abnormal, so. We're going to pick a different race, though, that we have not done yet. And I think that race should be... Let's go up here. This will be a good... Really good test for this car, actually. Now, let's see. Who's next? Who's next? What's up there, Z06? I'm doing fantastic. Yeah, Vanessa, the Pista is pretty nice, but there are other cars that sound way better. Elephant. Alright, let me, make sure somebody joins here before I start the race. That would be a good thing. Get a couple people in here since this has been a long time. That purple, though. Sensei, you might not be able to join yet because you're pretty low level. I forget what the level is there, how that works. And JJ, you are next on the list. I'm not going to invite you right now because I don't think you're ready yet. And Blue Tiger will get you in here. I totally forgot about you. Sorry about that. Using that first invite. Yell at me if I forget to honor your member perks. Oh, well, he was good then. He was 29, I think I saw. Oh, damn. Now we got 5 people in here. Nobody joined at first. So I thought, okay, let me invite a couple more. Hey, it's all good, though. It's all good. Let's see how my Skyline does against 4 other people. Hopefully everybody joins, though. One more. There we go. That's what I like to see. All right. Let's see if my GTR can spank everybody. Hopefully everybody's going to use, like, a different B-class car. Saul, I mean, I can invite you to the dinner, but as long as you're paying, we can make that a perk. I like that idea. We meet, you pay, boom. Fantastic. Damn, Vanessa, you're just asking to get grounded. Unpopular opinion, Reddit. I like Forza Aero. Nothing wrong with that, good old Blue Tiger. For me, like, I don't like big wings. Period. In general. So for me, Forza wings right away I don't like. Now the front Aero, I don't mind it. Like the canards look pretty cool. Or the canards, however you pronounce that. But I just don't like, I'm a symmetrical kind of person. So when the red hook in the front is not centered, I don't like to use it. Some of the cars it is centered and it's kind of cool and I will use it once in a while, but I just think it looks cleaner without that kind of stuff. And for me, building a street car, that's just what I like to do. Oh god, we're going for ramen, huh? I should have said it has to be a steakhouse. Wait, what happened? Only 4 people got in here. So we got a 97 GTR, a 95 GTR, and then a Mitsubishi GTO. Interesting, but Vanessa, it's been good. It was a long day, but very productive at work. Got a lot done. Damn, Blue Tiger. Well, we'll get you back in here for a next one. We'll have a nice 1v1. Uh-oh. I think Captain Obvious is using... Actually, no, he's got Forza Aero on there. I thought it was my car for a second. Well, I'm reeling them. I'm reeling them. Alright, so the handling feels better already, but we can definitely get it even better yet. This is a pretty close race though, like our cars are very similar. Definitely got to work on my handles a little bit. Still too much understeer. In Crescent, I have a 2001 Lexus IS300. And yes, it is a 2JZ GE, bone stock, 73,000 miles I think it has. Sitting over in my dad's garage right now. God, I cannot wait to get it back once spring gets here. Whoa! I downshifted way too aggressively right there. See, the other thing is too though, when you're in a B-class car, you don't need the handling to be as crazy good, because you're not going that fast to start with. We're not going 250 around a high-speed corner, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just don't need that crazy handling, but I definitely want to make this thing better. I mean, this thing's handling can definitely get way better. Still has some understeer, as I'm sure you guys can notice the understeer it has at times, because I'm like turning so early, but it just doesn't want to go. Just not listening. I'm also still getting used to where I need to be in terms of the gear ratio at different parts of the races, but I'm liking this thing so far, man. It's coming along. It's coming along real well. Yeah, see that understeer though, man. If we can get rid of that, we'll be flying through the corners. We should honestly be able to go full throttle around this final turn though. Boom. Pew, pew, pew. Not bad though, Captain Obvious, not bad. Oh, we might have to do it, Reaper. I mean, we've been working on this car so far for an hour and 35 minutes. I feel like we should be done within 2 hours. And tomorrow's gonna be like my last Wednesday off probably in a very long time, so as long as it doesn't go too late here, we definitely might be able to have time to work on the second one, make an A-class build. And based off of what we've done, I think just add race weight reduction, then just keep upgrading the engine. See what we need to do with tires. I mean, it could definitely be a fun little A-class car. And yeah, Blue Tiger, it does sometimes. Front aero usually adds a lot. That's another thing. That's why I don't use it. But yeah, you're right. The rear does sometimes reduce PI. But of course, if I cared that much about PI, I wouldn't have made my car look the way it does, because the race springs added like 6 PI, increasing the wheel size added PI, like all those little things that I could have been using a couple extra PI to add one more power upgrade, which would make this thing faster. but it wouldn't look as beautiful as it does, so to me it's not worth it. But if you're making your own builds and you care about that stuff, then yeah, I mean, you can take what I did here, just add a little bit of power versus customizing it the way I did. I'm wondering too if I should maybe just drop down the wheel size just one click, and I could just add a little power then. I'm thinking about it, because the wheels, they look a little big, I'm going to say, almost. They don't look big, I mean, they're not awful, but it's not like it looks bad, but we could reduce the size down one and add a little bit of power. Let's take a look. Let's see what happens. Well, next up is going to be Blue Tiger, since he didn't get into the last session, but let me just take a look at this. So it reduces weight, plus it drops down the class. Oh, but then that happens. I wonder, though, I wonder. Let's say we went 18s, will we be able to add just... Since we already reduced a little bit of weight, though. Now, this is not going to make, like, a major difference at all, but just could be a little something. A little something. So we go 17s, reduces weight, and now we're at 2,999 pounds by doing that. Now, the other option could be... Nope, not quite. Okay. But I think we're going to do this. We're going to do this, because it still looks awesome with the 17s. Still looks perfect. But then we can reduce a little bit more weight, not making much of a difference, but it's a tenth of a second maybe over the course of a race. So we'll go with that, just to enhance it just a little bit. Reduce 16 pounds. And Paul, I haven't even been thinking about the AMR, to be honest with you. It's almost like I'm not even remembering that it's coming, but I am definitely excited to see what it can do. But hello there, Titus, and welcome to the stream. And Blue Tiger, there's no guarantee that we're going to do A-Class tonight, so I'll definitely get you in here now. And Blue Tiger, just take mine. How about that? Take my car. I mean, if you don't want to, it's fine, but I'm just saying, like, you know, there's no guarantee we're going to be going to A-Class. Don't know how the timing's going to work out and everything, so. Oh, look at you, Reaper. You took the Countach and beat my... Actually, what did you beat? I don't even know what that is that you beat. Maybe you beat my Countach with your Countach? Is that what happened here? Alright, so... Where are all these messages? Let me... You know what? I need to check one other thing while we're thinking about all this stuff. While we're looking at all this stuff... Before I forget, I've been slacking with this, and this should be a good reminder for you guys watching this too. What's up there, Jason? Welcome to the stream. We have not been on Forza Hub in a while to collect our credits. Now, I might have got them... No, yeah, see, I missed it for like another week. We're on the final day. Make sure you go to Forza Hub and get your free credits. All you gotta do is go in there, and then at some point a message will pop up here, and it'll say, "You have received a gift." But yeah, see, those wheels still look perfect. Plus it reduces weight. Plus we could put on that drive line then, so makes perfect sense. But alright, let's get Blue Tiger back in here. And Titus, the AMR is the Aston Martin AMR Pro that's going to be coming in the festival playlist. Good old next week. And by the way, I still have to finish my festival playlist. I haven't felt like doing it yet, but there she is, the brand new Aston Martin coming into Forza Horizon 4 for the winter season. But alright, what race are we going to go to now? Guess we can go down here. This is a race that I don't do too often. Alright, so that actually increased and helped our 0 to 60 in 100 times, just making that tune. So I'm going to try doing something I don't usually do, and I'm going to up the front tire pressure. We're going to keep it a little bit higher on the pressures, because I want more responsiveness, and this is going to help us get more oversteer, basically. The higher the front pressure is in comparison to the rear, you're going to get more oversteer. The only thing is you don't want to go too crazy, because sometimes it'll just affect the balance of the car. But we're going to try that. And for now, that's all we're going to do. That's all we're going to touch. There's definitely other things that we're going to need to adjust here a little bit, especially the springs. The springs, I think, will do a huge difference. And the dampening, that's another thing. And the differential, we haven't done that yet either. So still a lot of things we got to get through here. But alright, hopefully this works this time. There we go, and alright, Blue Tiger, you better get in here. And Aaron, basically Forza Hub is a little app where it calculates all your stats and shows your playtime and achievements and everything from all the Forza games that have ever been out that you've probably played at some point. And basically you can get free credits every week just by going in there and clicking like I did. It's very random, but it's very helpful. And it gives you, I mean, the point that I'm at, I'm like level 10 based off how much I've played Forza, and I get like 300,000 credits, which is a lot of credits. Very nice, Saul. I get 300,000 every week that I remember to go in there, that is. And Titus, I hear you, man. Most Wanted, the 2005 Most Wanted. That game was amazing, had my IS-300 in it. That's where I actually found the IS-300. Alright, I'm assuming this is, okay, this is your own build. Forza Aero, different wheels. You got some type of purple on there too. I can't really see what the paint is right now, and hopefully the race will start sometime today. It's a purple similar to mine, it looks like. Okay, so the tire pressure thing, I feel like it actually did wonders. I'm feeling a lot better about the tire pressure now. Because we have our pressures a lot higher than usual, but since we're not going as fast, we're not getting as much wheel spin, it just makes the car feel a little bit more responsive. I like that a lot, actually. And there's still so much more we can do yet. Still so much more we can do. Feels really good, actually, though. Not even gonna lie. Really happy with the tire pressure change. Oh, but deadly understeer right here. Deadly understeer on this corner. Oh, that was painful, dude. That was so bad. I literally can't go through these turns, dude. They're awful. Definitely need to work on some of the other settings. And you can see how much distance Blue Tiger got at me around those bends right there. I had him through the first sections, but damn, that turn? That was bad. That was really bad. I don't think I'll be able to catch Blue Tiger here at all. I could not. I could definitely not catch you there. Good race, man. Damn, yeah, I could definitely not handle around those little turns. I was rocking and rolling, and no, I think that's his own purple, dude. It's a different purple. It looks very similar. He's got other cool designs on top of the purple. Yeah, very good race, Blue Tiger. I had you the whole way till those two really sharp turns, so we definitely got to work on differential and springs and some other stuff. That is my first L of the day, isn't it? And that you did, Blue Tiger. That you did. And Frodo, you just contradicted yourself. You said you couldn't join, but you're asking if you can join again. So you're lying to me is what you're saying. Alright, so we definitely need to make some tweaks, though. The first thing that I always do is I always put my decel to 0. I mean, that I feel like just needs to happen. I'm kind of thinking about putting this up a little bit, kind of like what we did with the Porsche. Not too far, but just enough that we get, like... I feel like we just need to get a little more oversteer. And the higher you go towards the rear, you're going to get more oversteer, but you don't want to go too far, or it's basically going to be a rear-wheel drive car, and you're going to start drifting and lose your grip. Now, in terms of the rest of this stuff, we're going to leave this alone. I don't want to change too many different things at a time, but we definitely need to adjust some more of this stuff. The tire pressure thing definitely felt good, though, so we're going to try having a little bit more there. The main thing is, though, the decel, so we'll see if that makes a difference at all. Now, who's up next? And DC Baked Beans, I remember I invited you earlier. I think you're Frodo, if I remember correctly. Let's get you in. And I know I always forget about the other list, so while I'm thinking about it, let's get whoever sent me a message here. Let's get all you guys in. JJ, you were next on the list, but that was before I did the first invite. Where is your name at? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait, how did I miss these messages? Yeah, I definitely had... Wait. Okay, apparently I missed messages. I don't know how. So, let me just invite you guys in here. I don't know how I overlooked these ones. Sorry about that, peoples. Sorry about that. And you guys can use any B-Class Retro Supercar. So now we should be... Okay, so JJ, now you're next, officially. You're definitely next now. Unless another member pops on in here. But I don't expect that to happen. And where are we going to go? We have not been up here yet. What did I just say? Did I say supercars? Did I mistakenly say supercars? If I did, I definitely meant sports cars. I'm used to saying supercars because a lot of times that's what we're in anyways. Alright, there we go. Yeah, you know, some people have to be those people that correct me even though they know what I meant. I appreciate that, Crescend. You know what I meant. You got what I was putting down. Well, Reaper, I'll be sure to not include that in the 5 cars that we're looking at. Yeah, who's not joining, though? I kind of really want to tune an S1 Lamborghini, so you might only see 5 Lamborghinis for the next one. Well, that'll be for Setup Sunday. But yeah, I have heard the R390 is pretty good. I definitely have heard about that car. I know the car. I did drive it recently, too. I remember it. I drove a bone stock. It was nice. It's not like a car that I have in my mind like, ooh, I really want to build that though. So you're probably realistically like legit not going to see it on the lease. Or on the list. On the lease. You're not seeing that on the lease, Reaper. No, it's not part of the lease. I mean, hey, Crescent, if that's what you're into, dude. I mean, my first car was an IS300, and that's what I currently own. Now, the IS300 I didn't buy, though. My father got it for me for my 16th birthday, and damn was I appreciative of that. That car was everything to me for a long time, and we still have it. I just don't consider it mine because I didn't pay for it. My IS300 that I own now, I paid for. Drove 7.5 hours to Ohio to get from a private seller, and it was very well worth the trip, let me tell you. It was very well worth the trip. And my roommate actually drove me down in his 2009 Honda Civic Si, the one that some of you might remember I posted in the community tab on my channel a while back. It broke down many, many months ago. Might be almost a year ago. I feel like an S1 Lamborghini tune would be fun though. Like everyone has an S1 Lamborghini. There'd be so many good comparisons to do and everything, you know what I'm saying? You know what would be really funny is if I made a poll and all three options were Murcielago, Murcielago SV, Murcielago SV, and you guys were like, Stevio? So I want to say that the D-cell definitely feels way better now that we put it to 0 like I usually do. Because when you don't get any lock, it practically can, you know, take away any understeer that gets caused from kind of overlocking. So the car is definitely still improved, but we really still need to work on the suspension and what else was it? The dampening, because there's still some things that can make this thing feel better. I mean, it's definitely getting better, but I know there's still more potential for sure. And Titus Jones, a $1.99 donation. Vibes. Thank you so much, Titus. Really appreciate it. Alright, so now we're going to get into the nitty-gritty with the handling, because this thing definitely still needs a little bit of work. I'm trying to figure out where I want to start. I think we should do the springs first, or maybe the anti-roll bars, I don't know. I'm actually not sure where I want to go next. One of those. What do you guys want me to start with? Anti-roll bars? Springs? What are you guys thinking? Very nice, JJ. The S2K was on my list at one point. Not enough people voted for it, though. Alright, we will do the springs next. 3-2 from what I've seen here so far. Better not give me that Iron Knight. I really don't want that thing. Of course, I could sell it, make some money, but still. Guess you're gonna have to pick something else, JJ. Peace out, Vanessa. Have a great night. Thanks for tuning in. Alright, so basically what I'm thinking with the springs, again, you always want to go as stiff as possible, and we haven't had really any issue with spinning out or like losing grip and things like that. The problem is though, and hello there Lockham, welcome to the stream, you never want to have, in my opinion at least, I don't think I've ever had on any car, unless there's a couple rare cars that have like a crap ton of oversteer that you need to like tune out. Usually the rear springs you want to have stiffer than the front. You don't want the difference to be massive because again that just affects the balance of the car. And it's weird though too because this car is, again, the front weight percentage is like 55%, so we need enough pulling in the front. But the first thing I'm going to do is just literally move this to like 850 or something, because we need this to be higher than what the front springs are. It should help with oversteer a lot. We're just going to start there, and then we might try and just push things upwards more and make it stiffer and stiffer so it pulls more weight. You can even see it there in the description on the right side. I mean, it says straight up, spring stiffness controls how the car's weight is transferred under acceleration, braking, and cornering, aka everything that has to do with handling. So stiffer front springs transfer more weight, but too much can cause you to lose traction, like I've been telling you guys. And softening the front springs in relation to the rear increases the front grip and it reduces understeer, but too much can cause the car to bottom out when you're trying to brake. So basically you'll go sliding off the track again. So we're going to start there. We're just going to make a minor adjustment. And we're going to see how she feels. See if we think we need to go stiffer everywhere. Maybe just stiffer in the front, stiffer in the rear. We got to figure that out. But it's good to not make too many adjustments because you don't want to lose what you have that's good. But alright, so JJ, you are up next. And Gavin, what should you get for your second car? What's your first car? Maybe we should start there. What is your first car? Alright, where should we go? I want to go to a race that has like a lot of turns and stuff, so let's go, you know what, let's go down here. You have a Focus RS, okay, so I mean, wait, where do you live, too? Like, are you in a snowy area? Like, where do you live? There's a lot of factors, you know what I mean, that can go into choosing a car. I mean, at the end of the day, it comes down to what you want the most and what's going to make you happy. I don't think other people's opinions should really influence you too much, but be happy to share my opinion. Yo, FAEK, how are you, buddy? Montana. So I don't really know what the climate is over there too well, but I feel like that would be a snowy area for some reason. I mean, if you have a garage and you want the Supra, if you love the Supra, I mean, I don't think you'll be unhappy with that car. But if you're more into like muscle cars, I would take a Camaro. I think I prefer Camaros. I don't know. I've always preferred Camaros, but I like Mustangs too. I'm not like one of those people that has to be one or the other. But peace out, Unspeakable. Have a great night. And yeah, dude, you like the purple? Beautiful, isn't it? Do you have a wife, Gavin? Because I don't know if she'll be happy with the Supra. But, yeah, I mean, hey, I would say out of those, the Supra would be the most unique, you know what I'm saying? Let's think about that too, Gavin, long term. Are you going to be able to keep these cars long term? I mean, maybe you have a crap ton of money and it doesn't matter even if you have to move things around, like it won't hurt you too much, but just throwing things out there, you know, to think about. I feel like buying a car is a pretty big decision, especially when you're buying a new car. 100 likes, thank you everybody for the support. I see 99, but it doesn't always update immediately on my end, but I'll believe it. I'll believe it. All right, let's see what you got, JJ. In the Truino. Oh yeah, this thing feels better already. Can't say until we go through a few more turns, but it feels more like a Stevio car now. I feel like we can definitely go stiffer in the front and the rear. I feel like I might want to make the acceleration a little bit faster on this car too. Just a little bit, just a couple clicks in the final drive, because realistically, we're not hitting 170 even. I don't think, what's the highest speed you guys have seen me hit with this car so far? Like while racing, obviously. But yeah, she's feeling way better. I think we should go a little stiffer though, front and rear. Maximize that weight transfer. Yes, it is FAEK, the R33 with the twin turbo RB26. It's a beautiful inline 6 motor. So the last portion, though, that we have to work on after we figure the springs out is the dampening, because it's kind of that, like, I'm drawing a blank on the word just like I did the last stream. Why can I never think of this word? It's basically when you're, like, making a left-hand turn, but then you transfer. That's what it is. The weight transfer, going from left to right and right to left. That is the last thing we need to work on with this thing, because the handling feels good now. We're going to go a little stiffer with the springs. Just a little bit. Because we're still not breaking loose, so we want to go stiffer. We want more weight to be pulled. As always, JJ, as always. That's what I feel like a lot of people do. How many of you guys like actually watch me do this stuff and kind of are working on your own cars as we're doing this? I've definitely heard people say that. It's not a bad idea. I mean, some of you guys wait for my tune at the end. Other you guys just kind of build your own while we're going. Oh, and Crescend I always do, absolutely. Absolutely. How was it, JJ? How was it? I haven't used it. We also have to do anti-roll bars yet. Not really sure where I want to go with that, but let's say let's go like 810, and then we'll go like 870 or so. We'll try that. Actually, wait, before we do this, I actually want to save this setup because this is getting close, and just in case I really mess up the springs by doing something too crazy, let's just make sure we got this setup saved, because that was the first time I ran the car and it felt very good. Don't want to lose what we got. How is the speed, JJ? Like, how is the acceleration and everything compared to my Skyline here? Because I feel like that would be a pretty quick car. I mean, that thing's light as hell. So there we go. We got that saved. Now let's go up to, like I said, let's do like 810. Then around like 875. Right around there should be good. That's all we're going to do for now. But the only things we really have to work on yet, I mean, I feel like the on-throttle handling is pretty good. The only things yet, dampening for sure. That's the biggest thing. And then the anti-roll bars, maybe. I mean, the anti-roll bars, I don't know if we have to change them or not. We could even maybe take them off if we get this going pretty well. We might be able to add in maybe a little something with power we could do yet. So we'll see. Gotcha, JJ, gotcha. Actually, you know what? Let's make that adjustment too. I said I wanted to go a little bit more acceleration based. So let's go a little bit more acceleration based. Actually, you know what? Let's leave the first gears alone, but let's just move these a couple clicks. Try that out. Alright, JJ, let's see what you got. Where are you? There you are. We go to drone mode here. Honestly, I like it, dude. I like the livery. I'm not huge on the wheels, but they actually work pretty well with the car. It's just not my like style of wheel. It's not my taste. You mad, bro? Nah, I like it though, dude. It looks pretty clean overall. Not gonna lie. It sits. You have it sitting lower than I would. I love how the tires are literally going through the fender. That's kind of what I was referring to. But overall, dude, it's clean, man. I like it. I actually do like it. All right, who's up next? Tubby or Thread? You know, my coworker jokingly called me Tubby the other day. I don't know why, but I feel like Tubby is a pretty funny word. Tubby. It's funny too, because I'm nowhere near Tubby, so it was pretty funny in my situation. Just the way he said it to me too, because it was based off of what I was eating. It's like, listen here, Tubby. I was like, really, bro? Sometimes people crack me up. Yeah, don't talk about bacon, bro. Come on now. And Logan, what was your gamer tag? That sounds good, Z06. Sounds good. Alright, so hopefully you can join this time, Sage. And FAEK, I don't remember exactly which one it is. I believe it's the second one. It's the one that's the same, it goes as low as the side skirt, as you can see from the side angle, and then the back of it kind of has those black, I'm going to say like mesh type look to it. I just love the way this car looks though, it's beautiful. Alright. Wait, Sage still did not get in. There we go, now Sage is in. Ooh, a Subi! I know that sound from a mile away. Nice dark blue blava, I love it. I love it. Alright, the battle of some B-class cars. And Tamello? What are you asking? Wait, what? What? Forza! How dare you cancel my event? Not cool, dude, not cool. Now it should work as long as everybody gets the invite. And Reaper, we're getting there, yeah. We still have to do dampening and maybe anti-roll bars yet, so we still have a little bit of work to do. I don't think we're going to do an A-class build today. But we'll see. We shall see. I mean, I can practically take what we did with this tune and then just replicate it, but then just add upgrades to make it A-class. I don't think there would be that much in-depth tuning after we're done with this one, you know what I'm saying? So maybe we'll see what time it is. It's 9 o'clock already, so... Yep, stock side skirts. If you actually go to the beginning of the stream, I showed all the customization. From bumper, it's like the second one, I think. The wheels are like the 5th over from the first section. And then my purple paint is shared. In case you want that. I'm just so mad still about the paint. That it wasn't saved. Still can't believe that. So how you feeling, Reaper? Do you think your tune that you made with the race weight reduction is going to be quicker than mine? Or do you think it's comparable? Do you think I could be a little bit quicker? What are you feeling? What's your gut thinking right now? Damn, 5K off the Supra? I mean, Gavin, if you got a hookup like that and you really want the Supra, and all the situations make sense for you, and depending on how long you want to keep it, I mean, why not? Why not, dude? Has there been any, like, long-term reviews about these newer Supras, though? Like, how well they last? Like, do they have any engine problems? You know what I'm saying? Like, all that kind of stuff? And yeah, we'll see, Reaper. I mean, I'm trying to work on the handling. That's really the main thing. I made it a little bit quicker just now with the acceleration on the gearing. And then we also just adjusted the suspension a little bit more. So, we'll see what comes of this thing. I mean, realistically, based on our builds, Reaper, you should be faster in corners, and I should be faster on straights. But we'll see. Well, we will see. We still have to run our Porsche 911 Turbo S's, too, because same situation there. We have different builds, but they both work, so. Hello there, Anthony. Welcome to the stream. Oh, that felt really crisp. That felt really crisp. I think I definitely like this stiffness setting on the suspension better. It feels really good. I think considering how the front or I don't even know what I just said. I can't hear myself think sometimes when I'm racing, but I think considering how heavier the front of this car is, how 55% of the weight's in the front, I feel like the front springs have to be pretty stiff to transfer enough of that weight. You can actually see here now we did just slide out a little bit, so that's partially due to probably the spring stiffness. Damn, fighting is staying right on me though. I hear it. I think it's the Supra. So we might nerf down the spring stiffness just a hair. Just to make sure that we're still grippy enough. I might not even do that though, because it feels good. We might just reduce the anti-roll bars a little bit, because they're pretty stiff, honestly, the anti-roll bars, like where they're just set stock, so that might be the better way to go. Damn, Sage, you're not having any good luck out here today, are you? So yeah, we're gonna have to lower the spring stiffness just a smidge, because we definitely are starting to slide just a little bit, as you guys noticed probably around a couple of those turns. But good racing from both of you. You guys were both right on me. The 97 GTR and the 1998 Supra. That's weird, Logan. And Ollie, man, have not even thought about it yet, aside from thinking about how I've really wanted these Lamborghinis that I've had in the polls to be the winner, so. It wouldn't surprise me, Reaper. I mean, I don't know. I haven't never fully trusted BMW's, like, newer stuff, you know? I'll give you one more shot, Logan. One more shot. Think right about there should do, and then see, here's the other problem though, is this stuff right here. This stuff is whack too, so the next thing we do is fix that up a little bit. I'm really not sure what I want to do with these. I feel like they're not bad either, so we're just going to drop these down a little bit. Let's do some quick minor tweaks. I mean, this is going to end up being not so minor, but just tweaks that I want to make. Alright, so Sage, we're going to give you one more try to get in here. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work though, bro. And then bananas. You know, I remember the last time we raced, we had a really good run. And where are we going to go for this one? Let's go... Haven't been here in a little while. I really didn't think so, Gavin. I didn't think the GTR would win, especially so dominantly. Like, after 6 votes, it was like 1 vote for each, and then I think one of the cars had 2 votes, and I was like, okay, this might be maybe a balance poll, but probably not. And then, yeah, no, it never happened. But hey, there you go, Alan. Congratulations. That's why you never give up. That is why you never give up. So what cars is everybody looking for these days? I'm just curious. What are you guys looking for at that auction house? What do you not have? I mean, so many rare cars have come back in Series 19 in one way or another. And there's a couple that are left, but what are people really looking for? And Sage, I'll try sending it again next round, I guess, then. I clearly invited you. I definitely did. Maybe you need to, like, reset your internet or something. Wait, I thought you said you didn't get the invite. You just joined. Damn, Fry. Yeah, the 2018 Type Rs. I know people are definitely after those. What's up there, Twisted? Welcome to the stream. Ooh, the 95 GTR. This is going to be a close race, I feel like, once again. I feel like this will be another good one. Didn't we race on this racetrack, too? I feel like we ran on the same track. I can't remember for sure. And JJ, I have no idea. Probably not, honestly. Yeah, I gotta say, it's so weird driving this car on the same tracks, like, after so much tuning, because it just feels so different. She feels so much better, though. Like, the handling, it's so much more responsive. Yeah, that's true. The Clio V6 is pretty much the only car that I've really ran too often in B class. Like, that's really my only B class car for street racing, for road racing. I definitely just ran over that chicken, dude. Okay, so that right there was definitely the best this car has felt so far. That was really good, actually. So I do want to explain, though, what I did with the tuning, because I kind of did a few different things real quick without explaining anything. So we're going to go back into that real quick. I don't even know what I would want to change. I'm definitely going to save that setup, because that felt really good. Just going to have to take it to a different racetrack. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to get you an Owens Edition P1. Sorry. I don't even know why they added that into this game for, like, one person. And, like, they had to have known that people were going to figure out about it. Like, they know that they have the game on PC now. Everybody cracks into those files and everything, you know? So, that should be expected. So we're going to save that real quick. That's what I'm saying, false flag. Like, I just don't understand why they tried to hide it, though. They should have known people were going to find it. So, honestly, the tire pressure, I think, is good. If anything, maybe we could even try lowering just one in the back, just to help out with the grip a little bit, because more of the power is going to the rear. Now, What else did I change? So anti-roll bars, I just felt like they were really stiff. Mine are usually in the 20s, and these were like sitting at 31, 32, I think. So we just lowered them down to make it not so stiff because we were losing some grip, and you don't want the car to be too stiff, or when you're going through harder corners, it can just lose traction because of that. So we lowered that a little bit. We could even try just going down a couple more clicks there. I feel like the suspension's really good. Now the dampening, I lowered the front because when your front dampening is too stiff, it can cause a lot of understeer. So we lowered the front down a lot, and that definitely helped, I feel like, with the understeer. We also raised the rear a little bit because, again, that can help with getting more oversteer, which is kind of what we're looking for with this car because it is a very understeery to start. And then differential, I haven't really changed too much else here. I'm wondering if we can adjust something there yet and make it feel even better. But for now, this is what we're going to go with. We're going to try that small adjustment there yet. And I'm still wondering if I want to go even quicker in some of these gears. I feel like it feels pretty good though, so we'll try that. Another good run though, bananas. Am I trying to play Horizon 4? I am playing Horizon 4. OP Starogue. You are next. And after that, good old Fry. So where should we go, though? You know what? We haven't done this race. This is one I can feel would be good. I mean, we might max out our top speed on this racetrack, which is why I've avoided it, but can't hurt to test it here. And Venom Automotive, that is YouTube for you. I bet you YouTube in general, like for a lot of people, notifications didn't work. And Sage, you gotta remind me, man, I got a lot of things going through my head. I mean, I did invite you, and you joined, but then you didn't join. This is your last crack right there. That's your last shot. But hello, welcome. Yeah, it is possible, Aaron. Some people, what they can do is have two accounts. One of them has a snipe bot, the other one has, you know, the modded account or whatever, and then they can just auction them off and then go on their other computer or whatever and just have that. It's stupid, dude. Like, it's honestly ridiculous, but it's possible. Definitely possible. I did snipe a couple LFAs last night by myself, though, so. And Fry, I mean, we're both good drivers. You're watching me tune and kind of, you know, going with my tuning, so they're bound to be similar. That's the fun of it, though. Hopefully your build's a little bit different. I love to run against different builds because when you have different builds and different tunes a little bit, that's how it's fun that way because you can see that there's different ways to do things and still be pretty competitive. I love this wing, Venom. I know the stock one's pretty nice too, but not a problem, JJ, not a problem. You probably went with lighter rims. I just like these rims. I went with looks. These ones looked really nice to me. They probably look the nicest out of all the wheels just with this particular car. Damn, there's a Hoonigan Porsche out there for 88K. Someone's gonna snipe that in a second. Those things go for like, don't they go for 16 million or something, I heard? They can go for 20 million? It's amazing because those cars, you just have to play the game. You literally just have to play the game. You can literally unlock the car by playing the game. People are spending 20 million. It's pretty funny if you think about it that way. Welcome, Kyle. And I do have Twitch and Mixer, but I don't really use them all that often. But it's definitely worth following me on there because you never know. You never know when something different might show up on some of those. But generally I'm on YouTube the most. I just feel like this is the best place for me to be. But peace out, Ollie, man. Have a great night. Alright, see what you guys got. I'm just saying, but I was full throttle through that entire first section. That was actually pretty impressive. On throttle feels perfect. I'm still deciding about how I feel about off throttle when it comes to handling. Yeah, see, that didn't feel good at all again there, right there. That's not feeling too good when I let off the throttle. Something's a little fishy. Something's a little weird. Now that turn, it felt good. Maybe it's just me taking the corners a little bit too late, because I am trying to push the car as hard as possible. So it might just be me, but for the most part, I mean, there's not many cars that can go full throttle. I mean, of course, in higher classes, faster cars, we're talking around some of those first bends. Like, this thing easily handled all that. This is another good test here. Definitely not going full throttle, but yeah, see, that felt really good. Grip is perfect. Handling is really good overall. Not bad, ladies and gentlemen, not bad. She definitely feels really good. There's just a few turns. I think it's just due to me just braking a little bit too late and trying to push the car too hard. But sometimes a little bit on the understeer around some like lower speed turns. That was where I noticed it. Now there's one thing I could try to do to fix that. I'm just not sure if I want to try and adjust something else before we go to that last resort thing. Does anybody remember what the last resort thing is? Hello there, Luke. Welcome to the stream. And yeah, Kyle, that's what we do here. I mean, if you go back and watch the beginning parts of this, you'll probably learn a lot more than what you're going to learn at this point, just because I've pretty much gone through most of the, you know, tuning and kind of descriptions of everything and why I do different things. But we're really close. I mean, that felt so good just now. Definitely the best that has felt so far. The grip is good, the handling's pretty good. It's just, I want to see if we can make it just a little bit swifter. Just a little bit swifter around some of those turns. I did adjust the anti-roll bars a little bit. I'm just wondering... I don't want to adjust anything too much. So what we're going to do, we're going to save, because that was really good. Definitely the best that the car has felt so far. We're going to save. Thank you, though, Beam. I appreciate it. Oh, damn. Okay, Kyle. Well, there you go. You better get off your phone, Luke. But I'm just not sure what I want to change. Like, And yes, the 812 super fast is very rare. Man, we got back into a session super quick there. Alright, so we're going to save. So we definitely do not want to lose where we are at right now. Will you, Venom? Will you now? And the Tesla game, if you're talking about tonight, we started the stream 2 hours and 37 minutes ago. So just so you guys can see that tune in case you just want to recreate it and tweak things around for yourself. Just going to go through all the menus quick because this is really good where we're at right now. The only thing is, though, there's just a little bit of understeer. And it's like low speed. I'd say it's when I'm off the throttle, but again, it might have just been me just pushing the car so hard. Because the car is just, you know, every car has limits. It's just not going to be able to do certain things. But I'm just wondering what I would want to change to fix that. Because honestly, everything's pretty good. I could just reduce, like, the front stiffness a little bit in a couple different areas and try and enhance it a little bit more. But just not sure where I want to attack it. So I'm thinking maybe let's drop this down a couple points. And then let's also drop this down a little bit. Let's just see how that feels. Just those two tweaks. And yeah, absolutely, Kyle. Basically, the rule of thumb, the easy thing, you might have heard me say it earlier, is you want to make your springs literally as stiff as possible, but not past the point where you start to slide around really sharp turns. You know what I mean? If you start sliding, you're just simply too stiff. And it's always a good idea usually to have the rear a little bit more stiff than the front. Just a kind of quick rule of thumb. But alright, we're going to run it like that now. Fry! Perfect. Perfect time for you to come in, Fry. See what your tune is like compared to mine. What's up there, Sean? How you been, buddy? This should be a good race, though. So, Fry, since you're going to be using the same car as me, tell me about your build. Tell everybody about your build real quick. And Fry, don't throw yourself down like you always do. You're probably going to beat me. And we're close, Reaper. We're definitely getting there. Glad to hear it, though, Sean. Glad to hear it. But what do you got going on there, Fry? Like race weight reduction, what engine upgrades, how much power you making? Since you're using the same car, I always like to know the numbers, you know, just to compare. Because that'll help you out and that'll help me out depending on the outcomes of this race. Because as long as neither of us screw up our driving, it's really going to come down to which car is better. Just give some of those basic specs so people can compare. No, you didn't, Beam. What car were you using again? I didn't even pay attention. Because you said it was an average build, so I wasn't sure how I was going to fare, honestly, but... Stock horsepower, but race weight. So you're very similar to Reaper, then. I do like your... Well, I like how you put the same wing on. The light blue also looks really nice, man. Looks like you got the stock wheels, if I'm correct. See, I just don't like the stock wheels. That'll definitely help you in the performance category. I like your color scheme, though. It looks pretty nice, man. I love the wing, though, dude. I love that aftermarket wing that we have on. It's my favorite, for sure. All right, let's see what happens. The other thing we have to remember, too, is you're usually a little bit better at cornering than I am. I'm just not as good at taking angles as you are a lot of times, it seems like. So that can definitely affect things, too. I broke too early. Okay, we both definitely did not take that perfectly there. Okay, my handling feels so good, dude. It feels so good. It might feel crisper than any other car that I've ever tuned, honestly, just the way it feels when I corner. I broke way too late. I broke way too late. That's gonna cost me the race right there. I gotta remember this is stock brake, so I can't push on that corner like I did there, like I can with some other cars. Because that definitely made a difference. These are so comparable, though. It's crazy. I love it. I gotta say, that's crazy, dude. That one turn cost me. That one damn turn cost me. I told you that'd be the difference, dude. They're like identical, practically. I think it's safe to say that they are practically identical. I'm actually curious, Fry, what are your like numbers 0 to 60, 0 to 100 too with the different builds? That was crazy close though. Crazy close. Yeah, because I made one mistake and you didn't make any mistakes, and that was like, and my mistake was very minor, but it was definitely a mistake. Basically, I have to fully trust the braking line. Like, there's so many times where that turn where I spun out a little bit or I slid out a little bit that I can go past where it says to start braking just because it's like S2 or S1 cars that have really good brakes. But this thing has stock brakes, stock tires, so... Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me, Fry, honestly. It wouldn't surprise me. That was really good, though. I'm trying to think. So there was... like... It seems like it was the higher speed bend there a little bit where I still felt like it could have been a little bit better in the handling department. Just like a little bit better. That was so good though. It's crazy how good that was, man. Well, again, we're going to save that setup before we do anything, just in case we screw things up. Sorry, Memflips. Damn, you have 31, bro? Damn! Alright, so I'm thinking... Let's try to lower that a little bit more. Let's lower this a little bit more. I want to run in that same racetrack again, too. And then we're going to lower this a little bit more, too. And we'll see how that does. And I'm kind of thinking about making my gearing a little quicker once again, though. So at one point I had my 0 to 60 at like 3.9. And I feel like if I could get that there again, it would make a little bit of a difference. I don't know what I did to have it there, though. Something changed along the way, or it's just not happening like that no more. $10.899. So yeah, practically the same. But the extra handling that you get in corners, if there is any, I mean, I really don't know if that was any better than what I had. But Reaper, you want to run yours now? You ready? Damn, Luke Palmer, a $2 donation. Just want to say hi. Fly, Eagles, fly. My man. My man. Now I'm $2 closer to getting I should say my first Eagles ticket to a regular season game. I've only been to preseason. I really want to go to a game, but it's just so expensive to go to like a good game and get good seats and everything. But all right, Reaper, you pretty much have, I'm sure, a very similar build to good old Fry there. But how did you like your tune, Fry? I know the first corner. See, I will say too, you messed up the first corner a little bit too. Fry. At least from what I saw on my screen, maybe I didn't see it right, but it looked like you messed up the very first corner a little bit, and then I messed up the third corner. So, I mean, just how close we were overall, that was pretty awesome. I gotta say, it was pretty awesome. Another question too, Fry, I don't know how many B-class cars that you run or how often you race in B-class, but like, how does this car feel as a B-class car, like, in general? Again, if you don't race B a lot, you don't even need to answer, but I just never run in B, so I'm curious for other people that use B class. What, are you serious, Luke? What, do you have like season tickets or something like that? I mean, dude, I'm not gonna lie, that'd be incredible. I would love to go to a game. It's just crazy how expensive it is. But that damn, dude, that's awesome. How close are you to like the stadium, like Philly? Are you, I'm guessing, pretty local? And I'll tell you what, I'll auction off an LFA if Reaper beats me right here. Not bad, Luke. Yeah, I'd say I'm about the same. But if Reaper beats me right here, I will auction a Lexus LFA. But got you, Luke. I mean, hey, if you're still watching me around next year when the Eagle season starts again, I might take you up on that. I mean, I'll definitely pay you something. I don't want to just take them. What seats do you have? Like, do you have particular seats all the time, or is it kind of random, or how's that work? The Tractor. Yeah, I mean, the Tractor, I know it was like OP for B class, and that was technically banned anyway, so we won't even count that as a legitimate car. It is 9:41 p.m. Kamuko-chan, welcome. Remember what's on the line here, Reaper. An LFA. Well, I hit the rocks that time, so that really messed up my need to slow down there. Again, I make a mistake on that turn. I was focusing so much on braking on time, I got too far over and hit the damn rock. So once again, super close on these builds. Super close. Okay, so this feels way better, whatever I just adjusted. Because that was the turn I was talking about first time that did not feel too great. It feels perfect now, dude. Feels absolutely perfect now. I think we might have the money soon. We'll see though, the race isn't over yet, right? Oh yeah, this tune's dumb, bro. It's like perfect now. The handling feels so good. Yo, Fry, what was my time against you, dude? What was my time against you, Fry? I need to know. This had to have been faster. This had to have been faster. Yep, and there goes another LFA. Wait, what were those times just now? Yo, Fry, what did we run? Can you look back real quick? I want to know what we just ran compared to what I just ran there. That was a 3:039, I think I just saw for myself. So, Fry, you and me ran 3:05, and I just ran a 3:039. Damn. Damn. I just improved by like a second. So what do you have to say, Reaper? What do you feel about your build compared to my build? So I was like, wrap it up and share that. Put it in the books. Now, wait, before we do that, I want to go to one more racetrack, maybe two more racetracks, and see how it feels at different racetracks, because we tuned it and drove it there a couple times, but now we got to see how it feels elsewhere. We got to make sure it is literally good to go. Yeah, the gear change does make, you know, it does make a difference. Reaper pushed it too hard. You want to know why? Because he realized Stevia had you. That sounds good, FAEK. I mean, honestly, I probably am too. We're going to be at just about 3 hours here in a second. You know what's funny about that, Luke? A lot of my friends say that too. And it's very weird because the Sixers seem very stubborn about it. I mean, I wouldn't mind it. I feel like it's kind of just at that point where we're not hitting expectations. And you can't say that we don't have talent on our team, so I feel like it has to go to the coach. But it seems like there's some type of really good relationship there with Elton Brand and all that, you know? Well, Reaper, the third corner, you have to remember that I hit the rocks. And that slowed me down and completely messed up my braking. So I was not going as fast through that corner. But that was literally the only corner I think that I messed up the entire race practically. So Ben Simmons is amazing, but he definitely needs to be a little bit more active, I'd say, on the offensive end. I don't know. What do you guys think? I could add more acceleration. I mean, we definitely didn't hit. I just want to make sure I say this. I'm pretty sure I did. But we definitely didn't hit the top speed or anywhere near it. So we could definitely add more acceleration, but I don't want, like, the top speed's already down to 165. I really don't want to lower it too much. So I feel like it's fine where it is. Like, there's certain races we're not even going to get close to that top speed. Honestly, though, dude, it felt really good just now. Like, I don't think I want to change anything else. Like, there's really nothing else to change. The only thing I'm curious, let's just see if we were to do that. Yeah, it's not worth it because at that point we're just not getting the same grip to accelerate, so. We're going to leave it alone. We're going to switch the racetracks. And Fry, you know what's really interesting about that is I've seen that too. He's shooting so much, and some people are saying he's going to save it for the playoffs. I mean, maybe they're just at the point where when he's under pressure and contested, he's still not good, but when he's shooting just alone, practicing around, you know, he can hit him, that type of thing. So that is a, you know, possibility. That is something to think about. But all right, let's go down to the Meadows Sprint. Welcome back, Z06. You came at a good time because honestly, like, this car is looking just about done. If you want to go back a couple minutes, watch the last race, me against Reaper. It felt amazing, dude. It felt absolutely amazing. Not a problem, Tubbier. Not a problem. Blue King, I'll get you in here next race. Yeah, no, I hear you, Fry. I do hear you, though. How about Embiid, though? 49 points. It was so funny, too. I saw a thing at the end of the game where the other guy, the opponent, swatted the ball out of his hand and stuff. At the end. Still just let him get 50. And Bede's gotta like control himself though. Like what he did after that happened, like that's just not right for a professional, you know. That's not how you act as a professional, regardless of the situation and what happens. I was surprised to see that he would do that. Oh, the Mem Flips Grizzlies, huh? I see you. I see you. Yeah, I mean, what happened? That was pretty pathetic that the guy did that. But at the same time, Embiid can't respond that way. Dude, anybody can get booed out of Philly, honestly. Just how it is. It's just the expectations are higher for the players that we have, you know, and something's just not clicking. It's very weird. There's something just not right at times, it seems like. I don't even know what it could be. Other than it comes down to the coach, you know. Putting those players out there, because it's great to have good players, but if you don't put them in the right situations and have the right chemistry out there, it doesn't matter. I love how the exhaust wiggles a little bit in this car. I just noticed that. And Fry, we definitely should, actually. We should definitely run some Rivals. I don't know if I'm going to run Rivals tonight on stream, but we should definitely do that. So honestly, out of that entire race, the only time that I was like feeling a little weird about the car was turn 1. I don't know if you guys noticed, but turn 1, it felt like, again, low speed. Maybe I just need to go into first gear. Maybe that's what it is. But I can go full throttle through a majority of that race. This car is nice, dude. It's really good. And again, I don't even have the race weight reduction on this thing. I can imagine the handling you guys are feeling with the race weight reduction. Alright, so one more time just to make sure. Or actually, you know what? I'm wondering, actually. We could... Let's see if we can make it handle any better. So the one thing that I said, remember? The final resort. It's not really necessary, but let's just see if we put the toe out a little bit, which toe out brings the tires, as you can see in the description, it says on the right there, it brings the backs of the tires closer together than the front. So basically picture it, instead of looking straight, the left wheel is angled out to the left a little bit. The front of the left wheel is going to angle out to the left a little bit. But PSAT FAEK. So we're going to try and put that to 1. Let's just see if it helps with that low speed cornering. That's really my goal here, because it just seems low speed. It's a little funky yet. Aside from that, I don't think I really want to change anything else. Like, full throttle, dude, like, on throttle acceleration is absolutely crisp and perfect. It's just very low speed, first, second gear, off the throttle feels iffy. A little iffy. So, let's see. So, we did that. Let's also just try just making the front springs just a little stiffer. Now let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Alex, what's up, buddy? Damn you late. Damn you late. 3 hours later. Pretty much at the end, but hello there, Lavender. How are you, buddy? Alright, so let me connect back online. Am I connected online? Yeah, I am. Okay. Forzathon live? Oh, no. Alright, let's get you guys in here. Let's get you guys in here, and I think after this, depending on how this feels, we might just do one final race. I mean, we're pretty much good to go. So, Fry, I'm trying to figure out, based off of what you're saying, too, there. So, I think the problem is that when we're making those lower speed turns, like around turn 1 on that last race, basically the problem is we could literally be in either first or second gear, but the problem is it's either the very top of first or the very bottom of second. So we're staying in second, but it's dropping our RPMs down a little bit, and it's just causing a slight bit of understeer. But the only way to fix that is to like really rework the tuning, and I just really don't feel like it's worth it, you know what I mean? Really, Alex? Okay. Well, I hope you've been enjoying it. What's up there, Austin? Welcome to the stream. Alright, so we're gonna, I guess we'll just go to a different race. You've been studying, Alex, or doing something like that? You know what'll be a really good test, actually? I don't really love this race, but this is a great test for just like that lower speed handling and stuff like that. Just for handling in general, honestly. So let's see how we do here. I like this car a lot, though. I gotta say, you guys have been picking good cars. You know, the cars that we've ended up doing, they're not ones that I was expecting or really thinking would be good. And did everybody join, by the way? There we go, okay. Just want to make sure at least a couple people joined. Another car that I'm definitely going to be glad to have in my inventory to use. For sure. Especially when I have to team up to do online racing and stuff like that. Yeah, we're definitely not going to do an A-class build tonight because it's already just about 10 o'clock here. And that's what I'm saying, Fry, because then you're going to lose more speed going around the turn if you go into the top of first, because then you're going to have to shift right when you're already losing speed cornering. So that's why you just want to stay in second. And I guess basically we just have to adjust our turning a little bit. I hear you, Alex. You're just studying me instead, right? But so Fry, what I would do, just turn in a little bit earlier than you would expect to, because then you're going to get that little bit of understeer probably, but at least you'll be more angled properly, so it won't really negatively affect things. But literally, that's the only thing on that last race that I had an issue with this car, and it's probably just how it is. It's just how the car is. Again, it's front heavy. No matter what we do, it's a front heavy car. But I gotta say, man, it's pretty crazy how I can go full throttle through most of this stuff and handle and grip perfectly practically. So we'll try this run here yet. This will be a perfect test again for that lower speed stuff. We'll see if this feels better or not. And Paramver, I don't judge no tunes. Work in progress at me. That's what I've been doing for the last few hours here. So. It's really hard to know how something changed too on a different racetrack because every corner is slightly unique, so I have no idea what I just felt there. Like, it felt good, but I don't know if it was better or worse than what we had before, you know what I'm saying? So we might have to go back to those same two racetracks again and retest. It's hard to say, like, okay, this race has different turns and it feels good, but is it better than what we had before, or should we stick with this? Or should we go back to the old one, I mean? They both feel good, though. Definitely had more confidence this time in this race than I did the last time. Should have definitely went to second gear there. I was testing it. I was just testing it a little. That was me. It wasn't the car. Totally me. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That was close. That was really close. I think I caught the inside curve there. I don't know if that was my car or if that was me there. That was a little bit of a weird turn. Oh no, I hear my alarm going off. That's not good. I think I like the other build better. I think whatever I did now, it's just not feeling quite as crisp. I always forget about those damn fences. Always forget about them. Yeah, my alarm's going off. I gotta go to bed. Nah, dude, honestly, like, if I just don't have an alarm to, like, alert me, like, hey, it's getting late, I just stay up way too late. So it's not really a bedtime. It's more of just a, hey, like, start to realize it's getting late. Don't stay up too much later. And Gino, the Bugatti Diva has been given away by the Forza team. It is in that Forzathon shop. So no, I will not be giving any away because I literally don't have any. I gave all mine away already. You know how many Divas I've been through? By the way, love that blue color you have on your GTR there. That was actually a color I did scroll through too. I was like, you know what, that looks nice, but I've done a lot of lighter blues lately, so we got to switch it up. Got to do some good old purple. Some good old purple. All right, so we're going to go back. We're going to go back to my setup that I last saved before we made those last tweaks. Appreciate it, Crescend. Appreciate it. And then we're just going to make like one minor tweak or something. Just something to see how it'll feel. I think we're going to take away the toe, because I feel like that's why I was like sliding a little bit around that one turn. It took away too much stability, because you got to remember we're on stock tires and stock brakes, like stock tires and stock brakes. So let me go ahead and load this up. You got till Thursday, Gino. Keep saving up, bro. Do that Forzathon live. I hope you're in a Forzathon live right now. I better not hear that you're not in a Forzathon live. I better... You get the point. I probably just scrambled my words there like I always do. And I'm probably going to make an A-class at some point. I don't know about the S1. That might be a step too far. I don't really want to have, like, too many builds with the same car, especially these lower class ones, because we can easily go take, like, the R32... or the R34 and make like an A-class out of that. So I'd rather do that. I don't want to have like too many tunes for a car, because this is like one of those cars where I don't want to have 3 of them in my garage. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm already at 729 cars right now. So all right, so we got our tune back on, the good one, the one that's like practically done. Now let's just try a small tweak there. We're gonna leave this alone because I feel like that reduces our grip too much. And then what was the other thing I was looking at? Oh yeah, I put the front spring stiffer. I don't feel like that did anything positive. So let's just do what we did there. Maybe let's just try and go like that and see what that does. Just small little tweaks at this point. And then we're gonna head back over here to these two main races. So my two favorite races with this car are the Hillside Sprint and then also the Meadow Sprint. So these are the two that we're gonna keep running on here until I'm like 100% happy with this thing. And is that how it works? You have to swap to make this Skyline good in S1? Oh, sorry, nobody said anything about Forzathon Live, so I didn't even think of it. But if you want to join my race, you can. Then Fry, maybe we'll get you in for a round 3, depending on how this race goes right here. We'll probably end off with just a full lobby again, a 12-man lobby, 6v6. I love this car though, man. Definitely glad we built this today. I need B-class cars. I don't have many. I have the Clio Sport V6 and I have this thing now. That's about it. God, I don't know. Which one do I like better though? The Clio V6 or this? I feel like this car is probably faster. But in terms of just how fun it is, I don't know. How fun it is to drive, I really don't know. Did you send me a message? Whoever that was that just added me as a friend. NYG. Want to get you in here for this one. Sounds good, Reaper. Sounds good. That what do you think off the top of your head? Like I don't even know. Yo, Gino. There we go. Let's get you in here and let's run. You know what else I love about us racing B class 2? We always do S1 and S2 and it's just so chaotic, and like if you make one mistake, it's so easy to make one mistake too. Like it happens so much more often. Like I truly feel like I can drive in B class and almost never make a mistake. I really don't feel that way in S1, S2, because I always want to push as hard as possible, especially when I'm running against the best of people, but I always end up making a mistake for some reason in this game. Oh god, a Devo. Are you able to get in here, NYG? Give you a couple more seconds. You think so, Fry? Now wait a minute, Fry. Is that all-wheel drive swapped you're talking about? Because if it's all-wheel drive swapped, I could see it. I'm talking rear-wheel drive though, like me and Reaper's builds that we have already. I just wonder if rear-wheel drive, the Clio V6, could compete with this car. All-wheel drive, I wouldn't be surprised, because it is pretty quick, and I remember your car was pretty quick, because I used to drive, I think I was driving my rear-wheel drive, and you were using your all-wheel drive in like a trial or something, and I remember you were quicker than me. You had me for sure. Alright, let's see how this goes, though. And Gino, I am right where you see me. Literally right here. I promise you that my stream is not lying. Just make sure you join the race. Hopefully you get the invite at least. By like 0.2 of a second. Yeah, I don't know. The rear-wheel drive is pretty quick though, because you get really good grip. So I don't know, but I mean, obviously the all-wheel drive, and I'm sure the all-wheel drive handles well too, because it's a pretty light car. And yeah, everybody at this point is allowed to 1v1 me. It doesn't matter at this point. There's no more new people at this point tonight. At this point. I feel like I just said that 3,000 times. Oh, man. I'm getting tired. I'm ready for that bed. But yeah, depending on how this race goes with these few minor tweaks, I'm either going to save the other one and share it, or we're going to save this one and share it. Then we're going to do one final race, probably at the other location. Oh boy. Oh boy! 2 Supras. I like it. Inline 6s all day, baby. Inline 6s all day. Oh man. Ooh, they're both rear-wheel drive. My Skyline's gonna eat you guys for dinner. I gotta remember to not push this car too hard. I just gotta let it be itself. I can't keep pushing to the end of that line. Because see, when I go right at the perfect time, it's so good, dude. But honestly, I kind of feel like the other, just without these small little tweaks I made, I feel like the other one was better. I feel like the other one might have been better. We'll see, though. We'll see the times at the end. That damn alarm. I just love how this car feels powerful too, though. Like, you actually feel like you're going pretty quick for a B-class car. Makes it really enjoyable to drive. Oh, I don't know, man. These times are going to be close. These times are going to be close. Nah, that was slower. I think that was slower right there. Might have been a tad slower. I think what I hit 3:03.9, right? Wait, I was racing people? Wait, what? There's people in my match? Nah, man. The Supras just can't compete, dude. Those are stock Supras. I don't know how they... Well, I don't know what happened to the one, but 693 I'm pretty sure is stock. Stock Supras are not going to be able to compete with this GTR. Hell no. But yo, Fliz. What's up, buddy? What's up, Herbie Racer? I'm doing fantastic. That's what I like to hear, Fliz. I appreciate it, man. But so I think it's because I increased, because honestly, dude, like, it's more about if I push the car too hard. Because if I brake too late and try and turn through it like that, I'm going to slide out. But when I drive right, this car is perfect, pretty much. But I think I'm just going to stick with my setup. I think I might just stick with my setup. The one that we had already. We're going to run one more time. We're just going to bring everybody in here. We're going to run one more time in this race, then we're going to run one more time on the Meadow Sprint. And that's going to wrap it up. So if you want to get in here for the final race, the 12-man race, send me a message. Gamertag SteveVO2175. And Saul, I don't want to do that because we need more responsiveness out of the car, so lowering the pressures will just make it too unresponsive. But I usually never go higher with pressures like this, but for this it works. Like, I promise you it's not sliding. It's just me trying to push the car too hard. That's literally what it is. But we're going to go back to my save setup here. Damn, Aaron, nice, man. And I will, Reaper. I'm going to open it up to B-Class anything. Just please don't bring a tractor. Nobody drive a tractor. Use an actual street car. Not a damn tractor. I'm trying to decide if I want to... So this is like my setup right here. This is what I found to be the best. I'm just wondering if I do want to tweak anything just a little bit to test. But I honestly, I think everything is good. Everything feels crisp. Maybe we'll go up one here. Just one, just a little bit. Yeah, pretty much just any street car, you know, just a legitimate real-world street car. Something you're going to see on the streets racing around. You're not going to see a tractor racing around on the streets. You get my point. You get my point. Anything B-Class, though. So we'll run this one again, then we'll go to Meadows. We should be done this stream right around 3.5 hours once again. I feel like that's kind of our average stream time, is like 3.5 hours. Round 3 illegal. You know you're good to go. Of course, of course. Well, we will find out, won't we? We will find out. Oh, so you just think you don't have to send a message, Reaper, huh? You think I'm just gonna invite you just because you're you? I get it. I see. See if I can find you. There you are. Anybody else? We got a couple more spots here. Anybody else? Did I miss messages? Oh, these are okay. Those are old ones. And Gavin, you can borrow mine, dude. Doesn't really matter. You guys can borrow mine. That's not a problem. We got 4 spots left. Last call. Last call. Yo, I got my body armor. Don't you worry. Blackout Berry. It's here. Yo, Vamps. Hello there, Rory. Is that it, though? Memflips, you don't want in? Saul, you don't want in? Everybody else sleeping already? I know it's kind of late on a Tuesday night. It's the only thing with these Tuning Tuesdays. I like it. I like the name of it, but Tuesday nights are not always the best. Tuesday nights are not always the best for everybody. Aaron, I still cannot invite you. And I mean, we're going to have a 12-man person for like both of these final races here. So if you want to get in now. Totally cool. Too tired to race. Tell that to tell that to Sleepio. Maybe it's... Wait, Aaron, are we friends? We're probably not friends, are we? I might have to, like, add you. Which I should have added you, because you remember anyways, so... Because sometimes that's the thing, is just if you're a friend with that person or not, which I don't understand, but... That's how it is sometimes, that's how it be. Because Xbox is, like, weird nowadays. So let's see if I add you. No, we are friends. Let me try sending you a message. Sometimes that can do it. Now let's try it. I doubt it's gonna fix it, but that is so weird. I have no idea. Oh, we tried. We did try. Wait, the one thing I actually don't think I did, I want to make this... I don't know, what do you guys want to do? You guys want to do team racing, or do you want to do just every man for themselves solo racing? I was kind of thinking team racing, but since we're comparing cars, maybe we should really just do solo. What do you guys think? Teams on or teams off? What's up there, Extreme? Solo it is. Good night, Saul. Have a great night, man. That is true, Fry. Ruh-roh. I feel like half the people are gonna borrow my car. Then we got Reaper in the Renault Clio. Then we got Fry in his car. He probably readjusted everything, so we'll see what happens here. This is like one of my 2 good B cars now, so I feel you though on that. Austin, I don't care, bro. The Shelby Cobra. Oh boy. 93 GTR for Oreo. I like to see that. Couple more 97s. Fair Lady Z. And then we got Blue King in the 619 Aston Martin. Ruh-roh. Oh my goodness, Fry. Fry, stop it. OP. Gotta say, Reaper's staying with me. He's definitely staying with me. Ah, bad turn, bad turn. I need to go to sleep. I can't drive anymore. This has definitely been my worst race of the night. And that Clio's moving. Damn. They're closer than I thought. Wait a minute, what? It's saying that Reaper beat me, apparently. It's not what I saw. But I drove really bad there, too. So, that was definitely my worst run. I mean, I hit a 3039 with this car, which is actually faster than what Fry just drove. What? How? How the hell did I run a better time than what Fry just drove? I mean, I don't know if Fry was trying that whole time or not. It was probably based off of your, like, starting time. You probably launched, like, after I did. You know that thing? That was really weird, though. But hey, it is what it is. I think there's a couple spots, though. We're going to do one more race. So Fry picks an OP car and then he doesn't try. How come Fry doesn't just pick a normal car and then try? Wouldn't that be more fun? Like, I feel like it's boring when it's just like that much of a difference in, in the tier of the car. Like, that thing's a rocket. It's light as hell, bro. Don't try and act like you didn't know. Come on, Fry. I know you better than that by now. Alright, let's go over to the good old Meadow Sprint for the final race of the night here. And then tomorrow I'm gonna run this car on Rivals, and after I run it on Rivals tomorrow at some point, because I'm going to sleep pretty much right after this. Tomorrow, after I run it on Rivals, I will share the tune officially. But you guys pretty much know the tune. I showed it to you a bunch of times. But if I do make any tweaks or whatever, I'll let you guys know in Discord and officially share the tune. But I don't think I'm going to be making any tweaks. I just like to see what times I post beforehand, and just to make sure it runs good. When I'm all alone out there in the summertime. No distractions, just me straight up running as hard as I can. But wait a minute, we got 11 here. Is anybody else able to get in here so we can do one more final race to make it a nice 12-man lobby to end off here? And just to show you guys the tune one more time, just to make sure that we have my save tune on here, just in case. I always forget if I accidentally move things around or whatever, so show it to you guys one more time here, though. Peace out, Aaron. Have a fantastic night. Thank you for being a part of the stream. But alright, here we go. Final race. So we know the Clio V6 can compete, so now we're going to keep it retro sports cars. B class. Then that way we won't have any of those fry cars out here. We'll have cars in the same class. Car class and car category. That way everything's on a level playing field for everybody. No, Fry, it's all good, dude. I'm not mad at all. I'm just teasing you. Honestly, it surprised me. I didn't know what tune that was or what was going on, but I was like, damn, that guy just literally flew by me like as if he was going double my speed on the straight. I was like, what the hell? Fry always finds a way. And yeah, def add me Vamps and join my Discord too. Why not, right? Why not, right? But final race here, boys. Best of luck, everyone. Let's see what happens here. The only other thing I'm considering is making 5th and 6th gear a little bit shorter to gain more acceleration. Sounds good though, Reaper. That's the only thing that I'm like thinking about, because realistically we're not hitting the top speed. Like, we barely make it into 6th gear a lot of the time. So I feel like that would give us, you know, an advantage, obviously. But I don't know. I kind of like the way it feels now, and I do want to have, like I said before, some top end. Definitely over 160, I mean. It's a good car, though, man. Good motor. And that's fine. It's kind of good if you guys borrow my tunes, so you can give me feedback, too. Like, do you like it? Do you not? Gotta remember to keep driver error into consideration, though, because first time that you drive it, you dropped yours to 155. Reaper, what happened to the... I don't like to have any cars because... I don't like to have any cars that don't have a lot of top speed because, you know, cruising. What happened to that? That went down the drain. Wow, everybody, practically, is in a Nissan GTR 97. I like it. Yeah, no, that thing's definitely fast in a straight line, but got a Mazda MX-5 in here. Should be a good run. I kind of like that everybody's using my car, though. Now it comes down to driving skill and also just race knowledge and all those little things. I can tell Reaper likes it. Reaper, definitely tell me what you think compared to your tune then. I missed my shift. I missed my shift. I over-revved. Ain't she beautiful, Reaper? Ain't she beautiful? Reaper, this is ridiculous, bro. I forgot how close we are driving. Reaper, full throttle the rest of the race. Full throttle the rest of the race. Reaper! Oh my goodness, bro. Oh, so that time it doesn't give me the win, though. I was thinking it was going to give me the win. Well, I can tell Reaper likes it. And I gotta say, I love it, man. That thing feels incredible. That was crazy how close we were. Honestly, you know what's crazy, Reaper? The difference in that race literally was me missing my shift. That was the difference in that race. That one shift, once we made, that was corner 1, 2, after corner 3, I missed my shift. Barely. I just over-revved a little bit, but that was the difference, because right after that, you started reeling me and passing me. That's insane, bro. That shows you, if nothing else has ever shown you guys, we just used the same exact car. That should show you how comparable me and Reaper are at driving. We probably would have had the same exact times. I did shift into 6, so I don't know what difference that made, but I love it though, man. She's done. Money Tune. You know what? We're just gonna put it up now. Why not? We're just gonna put it up right now. I'm sorry for anybody that got kicked from that. So what do you think in comparison to yours, Reaper, with the race weight reduction, though? That's the real question. The only thing is that, should we adjust 5th down and 6th down a little bit? I don't know. I feel like it's good where it is. What do you guys think? Like the gearing? I mean, the car is perfect in terms of handling, but I don't know. I'm still torn in the gearing. We can make the car faster. All we have to do is make it more acceleration, but at the same time, like, we want to have enough top ends. I don't know. I don't know. I think we'll just leave it like this for now. If I decide to change something, I'll let you guys know for sure. Well, Reaper, I guess we're going to have to compare times. Guess that's all we can do. Fry, there is. Big Al. What you mean? $11.4. Dang. I mean, Fry said that he had the race weight reduction, but he was at 10.899, like basically 10.9, so. Come on, keyboard. Man, this keyboard sucks on here. It's so laggy and slow and delayed. And Crescent's probably set up Sunday, but there might be a stream in between to help out with the festival playlist, like Friday, Saturday, maybe Thursday night. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But there she is. And there's the difference in numbers from stock 633 to what I did with the build. And keep in mind, you guys can make a faster car. Take exactly what I did. Put, I don't even know, I guess just smaller wheels on that are possibly even lighter, or just add a little power. Like, you guys can just switch the customization. Even the race suspension that adds like 6 PI. Like, there's a few little things you can change if you just want straight up performance. You can make a car faster than mine. I mean, straight up. Like, my car is perfect the way it is. Like, I love it and it looks good and it's fun, but if you want to make it even quicker, you can for sure. But thanks for tuning in, Crescent. Really appreciate it, man. Have a great night. And Eliminator, I don't know about that. I'm going to bed right now. That's happening for sure. What time is it? 3? Or no, it's 10:40. This has been a 3-hour and 49-minute stream. And yeah, I'm pretty sure that's stock, isn't it, Fred? But it showed, man. I mean, you were like 10 seconds slower on that last race. And that gorgeous purple color, man. Well, I gotta say, we've had another successful Tuning Tuesday for sure. Beautiful car you guys selected. I think I did a great job designing it. That beautiful purple. Also a nice job customizing it. I mean, the bumpers and everything. I think it's just such a nice, clean street setup right here. And she can race, man. She can race. I'll definitely take her to Rivals at some point, see what she can do. But I really hope that everyone enjoyed the stream. I hope you learned something helpful or useful. Hopefully you'll fall in love with this 1997 R33 with that beautiful inline-6 RB26 twin turbo motor. Very nice car. Surprisingly again, and I was just messing Fry, but surprisingly again, another car that I was unsure about coming into tonight. I honestly was unsure about, but she ended up being another good one. Another damn good one, just like the 911 Turbo S. But I'm out of here, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for being a part of the stream. If you have any questions about anything, Discord, always a great place to find me, but not sure when the next stream will be. Potentially Thursday, because I do want to point out, actually, real quick before we end here. I mean, I need to get to 100%. That needs to happen. Like, I need to get all this stuff done, for sure. Like, this all needs to get done. I got a lot of stuff I still need to do, actually. But this, I know, is going to be huge for people, so we might have to run the trial a couple times to get that Alpine for people, for sure. The Ford Supervan's coming in there, but yeah, sure, why not? We can end off with an auction. We can end off with an auction. But of M Flips, we're going to auction that LFA, you know? We got to make sure you don't take it, because you got too many already. Give you guys one last look. One last look. The beautiful RB26 twin turbo. All right, ready. Ew, X-Class. I don't even think the LFA would be good in X-Class. Can anybody prove me wrong? Like, the LFA in X-Class? Is that even a thing? Like, I'm happy in S1. I couldn't even imagine it in S2. I mean, even all-wheel drive swap, though. Like, I just don't feel like that could be a good X-Class car, but we'll see what happens, Paramver. We're going to have to look through all my cars. Honestly, I've been doing, like, B, A, and S1 because I know they're cars that people can, like, drive more well. Like, S2, people are very incapable at times, so. But here comes the LFA. 275,000 is the minimum buyout. If you have an LFA, please don't go for it. Gonna auction this right when I see 10:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the clock. What's up there, Turkey? How are you? You're tuning in right at the end. Literally right at the end. You guys better be ready in the auction house, though. That clock's gonna change at any second. Is that sarcastic, Bill? Or do you actually like what I did here today? And the Turbo S, too. I remember you liked that one. So I'm assuming you mean that you actually think you can use these. But there we go. It is 10:45. There goes my alarm again. You just woke up while I'm about to just go to sleep here. And one day this auction will list. And somebody is going to walk away with an LFA. Who's it going to be? And Datrick. Congrats on the LFA. I forgot these are still sitting here. These are from the last stream. I got to get some more of these for you guys. That's the good stuff. That's the real good stuff. But alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. There's no B-class road. Oh, that's unfortunate. That would be a good car for that. That kind of sucks, but... Well, I'm glad you've been able to use my cars for online, because that means they're actually doing something, even in their stock forms. Because I know a lot of people are, like... I feel like people are scared to use stock stuff online. Online adventure, ranked, and stuff like that. But, alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, that is it. That is the end of the stream officially. But thank you so much once again. Have a great night, everybody, and hopefully talk to you guys Thursday. Peace out. Pew, pew, pew.